Hey, I'm talking about a decade. Well, the gallery is fired up here to see you, Ryan, and we are happy to have you. And you are always taking care of our audience, and now you're doing it in a way that is very appreciated at this particular moment in American history with the cash-out refi.
Not only are we doing the cash-out refi, but I'm going to put a 10-day closing guarantee on it because I know that people right now need money like they've never needed it before. I totally understand it. I talk to these clients every day. People are seriously considering, do I buy groceries or do I fill up my car? Can we afford to go see our kids when they get out of school by flying there? Like, it's just crazy. So that cash-out refinance, if you're a homeowner, now is the time. In fact, our average client received over $54,000 at closing with a simple cash-out refinance, and I can close those in 10 days or less. Get the money you need today. Get caught up on the bills. Stop worrying. Visit thehomeloanexpert.com.
Remember how life used to be exciting and hold promise for all the good things to come?
I used to work with a pastry chef from Bombay. His name was Mesfin.
Remember waking up on Christmas morning and believing in something?
Now, how that will happen, we haven't yet worked out, but I do believe in it.
Well, that's all gone.
In the air, left field, and gone.
The best you can hope for now is a glass of bourbon and a plate full of ribs to distract you from your impending mortality.
I could use some of that pork, pig boy.
Don't fight it. Salt and smoke.
There's a lot of common sense and Western wisdom like don't squat with your spurs on and always drink upstream from the herd. And there's also some Western wisdom that's less common, like never steal from a bear, which you can't make for yourself, or a man doesn't know his worth until he's eye to eye with a rattlesnake holding a toad. I'm sure there's a good lesson in there somewhere, but there's one lesson that's perfectly clear. Fistful of Bourbon is an award-winning blend of 5 straight bourbons and as smooth as a banker on Friday. Get wise, pick up a bottle today. Don't be a damn fool. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by William Grant & Sons in New York, New York.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, The Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis. You are listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 HD2 FM, the Potted Plant, TMASTL.com, the TMASTL app with the Muggsy's jeans competition going on, and YouTube.com/TMASTL. Danny Tanner just texted in, guys, I'm super hard right now. People compete to get that first text read, and Danny Tanner just fired it off at 7:07.
Now, why would he do such a thing
to let us know he's erect? I guess he wants to go private. Who do you want to go private with, Danny Tanner?
I'm not going private with anyone today.
All right, Doug's out.
Is it Morningwood or one of us?
Now, you have to pay in advance to go private, am I correct? That's
I would think so. Yeah, you run your credit card.
Yeah. We have everybody's credit card on file.
Would you like the tip?
How much is it? What are we charging?
$9.99 for the first minute, $19.99 for the second minute.
Okay.
$29.99 for the third minute. We're incentivized to
Get home quick.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'd rather do that than this, I think.
Oh, I think I'd go in there naked for a $100 private sesh for
would
2
you?
minute. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
All right, so we have a business model. This is great. We start so many businesses on this show.
And you have so
Right
many
off the top of our
tiers.
head, we thought of that.
It's like a Six Flags pass. Like you'd be a double diamond with the private, or you could be a gold.
Yeah.
Danny Tanner has announced who he wants to go private with. Doug, he says, I want to go private with the top of Jackson's wispy head.
Oh.
That's the first one.
Sorry you had to hear that, Jackson. You're awfully young.
Do you think in the sex line?
Jackson is withdrawn from the camera. Maybe he's fielding
What am I
Mr. Licks' phone call.
I don't know what I was supposed to say. The top of my wispy head?
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to go private with.
Yeah, it is, kind of. You know, kind of.
We don't kink shame, though, Jackson.
No, not here we don't.
You're right. But, like, do I have a say in the matter?
Apparently not. Not if he's paying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once they swipe that credit card, what they paid for is what they're getting.
Yeah. If you agree to the rates, yeah, you pretty much got to get into them.
Do you think they get into it right away if it's like $9.99 a minute and then $5 every minute after that? Like the first minute they just, hi, what's your name? Oh, what do you do for a living? They like waste a minute before they really get into the sex
all of a
stuff.
sudden it's expenses.
Probably, yeah.
The clock starts once the hat comes off my head. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's right. That is actually correct.
I mean, if I'm on there in the first question, hi, what do you do for a living? Just get to the sex. I'm
Hey,
not paying
come
for
on.
these. You're asking me questions.
Well, don't be grumpy
Talk
about
dirty.
it already.
I want to try and get out of here in 2 minutes.
Wow, well worth the money.
We got another private request from It's Kathy. I'm hard too. So it might not be Kathy.
Kathy's a fella.
I choose Plowsy for my private sesh, please. That's from It's Kathy. All right, so Plowhawk, you are now going private. You will be out of... I got this from Scott's Wrinkled Nutsack. And I'm not sure, Doug, if Scott's Wrinkled Nutsack is the same as Scott's Wrinkled Ballsack. I feel like I see text from both of them. Don't you see text from both of them?
I don't see text from anyone.
The Nutsacks.
Tim, yesterday the wife sent me a Snapchat of your voice on 101 ESPN saying that she recognizes that voice with the drooling face emoji. Should I be concerned? Thanks. That's from Scott's Wrinkled Nutsack.
Yeah, that's Ballsack.
Yeah,
All right, so I guess I'm going private there. Iggy and Doug are still available. I guess the rest of Jackson outside of his wispy head is available. Plowhawk is occupied with It's Kathy. I'm with Scott's Wrinkled Nutsack and or his wife. And we'll play a break, I guess. We'll play an old segment from Jackie calling in with no holes or something while we go private with the audience.
I think that would be hilarious for our YouTube viewers. At one point, if we're all in a private chat, there are four corners, we're all in our private booths, and they're just dead air. You could hear faintly us talking privately in the background with our suitors.
Sonia has just taken Doug and Iggy for the less popular MMM.
Ooh,
I want to go private with both Doug and Iggy. Why does it have to be just one? That's Sonia. So, all right, we're all occupied. You want to throw to Jackie's segment?
Do you think that's something that you could actually pull off if you wanted to?
I do, actually.
Hover flies in, their execs to check out what's going down, and they walk by our studio, and they're just a bunch of dudes walking in and out of their private corners.
Pants off.
Oh, just went private.
We got somebody wants to reserve one for October 1st.
Oh, I'll see if I'm busy.
This is for the Plowhawk. Guys, I'd like to schedule going private with Plowsy in advance during the final week of September before the Georgia-Mizzou game so we can talk in naughty detail about how Drink is going to take Kirby's job. That's Al in Dadeville.
I'll wear my Juice Williams jersey.
All right, so the Plowhawk is even going to wear costumes for this private.
Number 7, Plowsy?
Yeah. Number 1 in your hearts.
Guys, I would like to bang Iggy. I'm in search of a lazy bottom. That's from the Crystal City Clamhammer. Doug, this is really taking off.
I want to go private with Iggy's Birkenstocks.
Iggy's
is that a text or that's just your own preference?
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Why?
Nobody saw my shoes. These are fake Birkenstocks, by the way.
Wow. What? That's like oak tree yellow you're wearing those pants today.
Yeah,
and I thought you usually try to match the pants with the hat. You have like a faded red cardinal hat.
That's orange, isn't
with
it?
Doug, that's what you would have seen at Crestwood Mall circa 1990 or at Vianney currently with these
Honey Dijon.
Yeah, Honey Dijon, Jackson. That is nice. That pant color.
Hot honey.
Or just mustard.
I think the yellow polo would have probably went better with the pant than this.
Oh, that would have been way too bright, though.
Putting yellow with the gold?
Well, I mean, this is orange and gold. That's kind of close, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
All right. Well,
maybe a black hat would have gone with your top.
Yeah.
And not try to match the leggings.
I don't have a lot of black. I have a Tiger Woods black. That's about it. I don't have a lot of black.
Well, it goes with everything.
I got a Callaway black. But the people can't see my pants.
A black hat right behind you. Maybe you put that on and you look.
Oh, Stelly brought a couple of XFL hats by yesterday.
Yeah,
I
saw the coach walk by the
Anthony Beck.
Oh yeah.
Oh, was that him?
He made the media rounds. Yeah.
I thought he was the weather guy.
No,
weather guy. Steve Templeton.
We have weather here.
He's about 6'4", 250 pounds.
Maybe I didn't see him then. Never mind. Maybe that wasn't him.
He played football with who's the guy who was filling on a 101?
Kerry Davis.
Kerry Davis. They played football together at Tampa Bay.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
I didn't either. I thought he played at Pittsburgh, but he said we played together at Tampa.
In Tampa?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just thought I'd throw that out.
No, it was nice. It was a good tidbit.
Who fell into Tampa?
Lana Rhodes.
That would hurt.
Well, if you just fell in the water, it wouldn't hurt that much, would it? She fell off a dock or something?
She fell into the entire city.
Oh, I thought she fell into
that was
the
how
bay.
the quote was, wasn't it? That she fell into Tampa Bay.
If you fall out of a plane and fall into Tampa, yeah, that would hurt. But to fall off a dock or something, I think you could survive that.
God, I love that quote.
Oh, by the way, before somebody starts asking, and I know they will. I know they will at some.
It's a preemptive.
Yeah, I know they will at some point.
Mm-hmm.
The Lisa Ann podcast from yesterday did not happen.
Why didn't it happen?
Jackson was back there working. We could see Lisa Ann talking, She could hear us. We could not hear her.
Uh-oh, Doug, sounds like there was something wrong with the lever.
It does.
No, Jackson worked on it, and I said it's got to be on her end, only because I know Jackson.
Did you tell her?
Would have figured. No, we're not going to say that to her.
Smart play.
But I knew Jackson would have figured it out by now. And sure enough, she texted me and she says, I talked to my tech, and the sound, for some reason, has been out all over the area yesterday. So she said it was on her end.
Wow.
Oh, she did say it was on her.
Yeah.
Okay. So when is it going to be recorded?
Tomorrow at 11:30.
Tomorrow, Doug. Tomorrow at 11:30.
How
Okay.
exciting.
It was great to see her. I just couldn't hear her.
Oh, she looked good yesterday. Well, she always looks good, but
How'd you look?
how I always look.
10.
Tired and old.
Sell yourself short.
What is that one, Plow?
No, it's glue geyser.
Sounds like
Get involved on this show. Engineer Design Facilities text inbox 314-881-TMA5. We have the Steve Schmidt Kia of North County phone line 636-9004-TMA. And you can email in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Really fun competition here in the month of August. Slop Sink Salesman has a win now, along with Cal May's oversized T-shirt, Carlos Spicy winner, all with one. All very dangerous, even though they trail the JV golf coach by 3. Kevin Miller is in second place, and the 830 Recreator also has 1 win. Send yours in to compete with the greats the morning after at InsideSTL.com. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. EDF's fire division is now testing, inspecting, and maintaining the fire system on all commercial kitchen and restaurant hoods. If you have visibility to your company or place of business's commercial fire alarm panel and system, email fire at edf-rg.com, and they'll have a technician come out and provide a free evaluation of your system and offer the most competitive contract pricing in the market. You can also check them out anytime at edf-rg.com, the official commercial fire alarm services and solutions provider of TMA. That is how you can get involved in this radio program. And Doug, the radio program is called the Ryan Kelly Morning After because he's the title sponsor, and he has been for a decade, and he's climbing mountains today. He's in Ecuador, for the love of Peter.
Well, he's always raising money for somebody. Today it's Friends of Kids with Cancer in the St. Jude's Hospital down in Memphis. He is really a go-getter, and he spends a lot of that energy raising money for other people. And for that, we're always grateful.
Have
and
you
of course,
seen his videos yet?
I haven't seen the videos yet.
God, he was climbing a peak yesterday. God almighty. It was all jagged.
Did he need a pickaxe?
Yeah, and he's tied to the other guy, and do I have my foot right? I mean, it's a peak. I mean,
like you could fall, and that would be the end of it.
Yeah, so people think he's just climbing up a molehill. No, he's climbing mountains, brother.
Well, I hope he's okay, so he can come back.
He got to the top, and he was all excited.
Oh, he did. He made it to the top. Well,
of the one they were doing yesterday.
Yeah, probably. Otherwise, if they don't make it to the top, you probably don't see the video. Be my guess. He's not only a master mountain climber, he's the best in the mortgage business there is. The housing market started to cool. Inventory is still low, and houses are selling fast. You need to be pre-approved today with the Home Loan Expert. Just because Ryan's out of town doesn't mean you still can't do it today. Their office is open, of course. The Home Loan Expert has lower rates, loan programs for almost everyone, and a 10-day closing guarantee. The Home Loan Expert will have you ready to close when the perfect home hits the market. Just takes about 5 minutes. You go online to thehomeloanexpert.com, you fill out your information, and you will be pre-approved. So when that house hits the market, you are ready to jump. For a new buy or refi on your mortgage, Ryan Kelly, his loan rates and his service make the other lenders jelly. Ryan Kelly.
There it is, title sponsor of this award-winning radio presentation. Well, Doug, you're right. The Cardinals are coming. Tra-la, tra-la.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be much good to you the rest of the way. Milwaukee came back in, the 10th, 11th inning. Got a walk-off win over the Dodgers, so the lead is just 2. And I had my heart set on a 3-game lead, and so I can't see that I'm going to be a lot of good to you the rest of the way. Blowsy's eating 2 donuts at the same time, one for either hand.
How do you do?
I'm pissed at myself.
It's a DP scene. Well, we go private.
I ruined both of them.
What are you having, boy?
They're 2 chocolate donuts. And, they don't have a box at the gas station, so... I know I'm not going to eat them for a little bit, so I try to wrap them up in the parchment paper.
Yeah.
Apparently, these donuts were just made.
Take the icing right off the
Oh, is that right?
The icing just pulled right off of
Oh,
it.
no.
Bill.
Pissed off.
There's a lot of oil seeping out of that.
There's a little chocolate on it. That's it.
What is the oil? What ingredient is that that's
Probably
wet?
cooking oil, I would assume, maybe.
The grease, the fat.
Grease, yeah.
I cook mine in Crisco.
No.
I'm just super bummed at myself. It was just a user error, and You learn
Kind of a
from your
rookie mistake that you don't expect from a veteran.
Well, I don't want it in my lunch pail. Like,
Doug, do you like when a gentleman has a lunch pail in his 30s?
Don't say lunch pail.
It
You don't
is
have a
my lunch
pail.
pail.
You didn't bring a pail in.
Plowsy has the cutest little lunch pail because I looked in there and there was like 80 Starbursts and then a pack of Marlboros in there.
yeah, that's usually
Seventh grade starter set.
Leith and Canton. But yeah, I didn't want it to have it like open face, sitting in,
Oh.
getting chocolate everywhere. So I should have just noticed that they were so glazy and so glistening that they just had been made.
Where'd you get these donuts?
I think that's a Petro Mart up there on the corner.
Oh. So you go to the gas station for all your food in the morning?
What, do you just wake up from your coma? Yeah, that's what I do every day.
I thought you'd go to a special donut shop or something.
No, I love donut drive-in. It's just, not right on my path, and I'm not for sure at 4 o'clock in the morning if they're open on a weekday.
I
So I
see.
want to make sure that I, get here on time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I should have went to donut drive-in. It wouldn't have been that mistake because the box and just the goodness. That's like my second home there. Love donut drive-in.
Yeah. I think a lot of
They're a
people have
wonderful sponsor of the program.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of people have a home convenience store. Their home games. Convenience store they stop in all the time.
Used to be that Conoco on Russell and Gravois and Soulard.
Oh, be careful there.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's why I liked it. Your senses are heightened.
Yeah, have your head on a swivel.
Well, the Plowhawks right, Doug. For over 60 years, Donut Drive-In has been serving its loyal fans some of St. Louis's most classic donuts. Apple fritters, cinnamon rolls, custard filled, jelly filled, Long John's glazed, and much, much more. Over 50 different varieties, hand cut, made on site, and unchanged recipes for decades. Stop in, browse the display case, and pick your favorites, or visit them online at donutdrivein.com to place an advance pre-order. Donut Drive-In at Watson and Chippewa in South City. All occasions, all varieties. Donut Drive-In. Always. DonutDrivein.com. Think about that.
My entire
Well, I
breakfast ruined, Doug.
Well, half of it's in your mouth right now.
Oh, I can't finish.
Why? Just because of a little topping sloppiness?
Ruins it, Doug.
I don't know that it should. Don't let it get you down. Oh, no, you're not throwing away that whole donut.
Ah!
You
Hey,
threw
Tim,
away
you're-
a donut and a half.
Hey, Tim, you are the best now. ESPN updated their playoff percentages. Doug, that was probably because they were listing. I think they podcasted ESPN,
Yeah.
our show. The Cardinals now to make the playoffs 80.8%. The Brewers 58.5%. And that is the Cardinals with a 2-game lead, 64-51. The Brewers with their comeback last night, 62-53. The Cubs, Reds, and Pirates are less than 0.1% to be appearing in October.
Well, now, these odds make more sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Dodgers are greater than 99.9%.
Well, they should be. They have a
That's all the Mets.
17-game lead.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing before, but clearly they neglected that. But they got it fixed because they listened to this show.
That's right, that's right. What if the Cardinals play the White Sox in the World Series and the skipper is back?
Yeah, you wonder who LaRusso would root for.
Would he wear his red jacket for the Game 1 of the World Series?
I would like to see them get in just for him. I like him.
Yeah, I'm sure the MLB execs would love that matchup.
Jackson sent one of his questions for Balloon Party yesterday, and it was Tony La Russa's on the hot seat, listed as the one who is on the hottest of all seats for Major League Baseball managers after Chris Woodward was fired in Texas on Monday. And I looked at the standings. I go, I thought they were in the mix.
They are.
They are. They're 5 games over 500, and they're 1 game back of what is a butt-ass festival in the Central. Again, this time being an American League Central butt-ass festival.
Mm-hmm.
Except they have 3 teams competing there as opposed to the National League version, which has 2 teams competing.
Right.
The Guardians, Twins, and White Sox playing for the right to be vanquished early on. Although I got to tell you, this New York Yankees bunch, all hell's breaking loose in the Bronx.
Yeah, they've fallen apart. They really have. And the Cardinals kind of got them started on the tailspin.
Well, it started in early July, actually, but they have been not hitting for a while. I think they've been shut out 3 or 4 times since their trip to St. Louis. One was by Montgomery, that start, and then I think 2 or 3. One was by Michael Wacha on Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they scored a run last night, late, on a Joey Gallo home run. Otherwise, they would have been shut out yet again. They still have a 9-game lead, but it is a dumpster fire in New York, and I'm telling you, either Cashman or Boone, if they don't go to the World Series, will be under fire because they're, with that kind of record they started off the season with, anything less than a World Series appearance will cause somebody to lose their job.
Yeah. Well, they're still 9 games in front in a pretty good division, too. So they got some cushion.
I saw on Instagram
The
yesterday.
NL Central.
Sick division.
The guy who, he's like the younger Turturro. You know the Turturros? The family Turturros.
John and Aiden.
Yeah, and then there's the other brother who was in NYPD Blue.
Bill.
No.
Bill's Hole.
No.
His wife?
What are we talking about? Right
Anyway, he's an actor, and he's one of the Turturro family. And he was just on a tirade over Boone yesterday. F-bomb this, F-bomb this, get him out of here. He sucks, F-bomb this. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Nicholas Turturro.
Yeah.
Well, you certainly have that coming when your team is 9 games in front of the second-place club.
Managers really don't matter in baseball, though.
Not near as much as a lot of other sports.
But Ollie Marmol's never been a manager. He's one of the youngest managers, and he comes in and he's just fine.
Yeah.
Like it's fine. Mike Schutt was never a manager before he got to the major league. Guess what? He's fine. He was fine.
He was a minor
Mike
league
Matheny,
skipper.
never a
High school.
major. I mean, the last 3 managers we have didn't have any major league, managerial
Right.
experience,
And they all
were
won.
just fine.
Yeah, it's about the
it's
players.
all the It's 100% the players.
Mm-hmm.
Got an interesting text here, Doug. I don't know how it ties in, but it says, I'd like to go down on that Luke Voigt in Battery Park. That's from the recovering alcoholic
say
from
that.
Belleville and Webster Groves.
Okay, I'm going to suspend him.
Now, he
recovering,
is-
recovering alcoholic, you just got yourself
I don't think
suspended
he's
for that
fine.
on behalf of Luke Voigt, who we've met on this show. He was on the show a couple times. We went down and had batting practice with Luke once. Remember that? In Brentwood, was it?
Yep.
I don't believe
Yeah.
Battery Park's in Washington, is it?
He wouldn't have wanted to hear
New
that.
York City, but maybe there is one in Washington I'm not familiar with.
Recovering alcoholic, suspended a period of 2 days' time. Your name right now, as we speak, is going to the STLTaxLawyer.com suspension logule, sponsored by the great Mark Milton. You're having problems with the godforsaken tax man. You get a hold of Mark Milton, you'll be saying, I'm not guilty, I'm with Milty.
No team could withstand the high profile and significant injuries up and down the Yankee lineup. That's from Kevin's brother, Jack, and then his last name is Demoff.
Well, over the course of a long season, crazy things happen. You win some in a row, you lose a bunch in a row, guys get hurt, guys get healthy. It happens. Part of the drama of a 162-game season.
Playing in New York would
Stuff
suck.
happens.
Since they had a trip, they were at home against the Royals, Doug, July 31st, they have won a total of 3 games. They have won 3 games
Out of
since
how
July
many?
31st. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do Francesa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 3 and 12.
Wow.
And they are. It's not that the pitching is bad, so the Montgomery thing is getting a lot of attention in New York, but it's that they're just not scoring runs. They've only allowed double digits in 1 game, and that was against your fighting Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Has Harrison Bader played a game?
No.
They just brought up a AAA center fielder, Flavin something.
Flavin?
That's correct.
Estevan Florio,
Oh.
Flavin was.
because Aaron Hicks stinks.
Yeah, he's not real good. Not a very good defensive center fielder for sure.
No, Bader's not back for the playoffs. We got to send him another player.
Nice.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think they said they took him injured, knowing he had the plantar fasciitis. But if he is not ready for the playoffs, the Cardinals have to send an additional player.
And we get Bader back then.
No, they keep Bader. We just have to send another player. They get an extra
Are
player.
you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure that was the deal.
Tra-la-la-la-la.
I don't know who that player is. I mean, I'm sure it's nobody big. Just
No, they probably already identified it, or
Jordan
they'll give the
Walker.
Yankees a list of 2 or 3, say which one of these you want.
Yankee go, all right, Jordan Walker.
No.
Come on down.
Harrison Bader was quoted last night before the game saying it's very difficult. It's definitely been a challenge. You walk in here in a boot. I'm sure everybody was like, we just traded for this guy in a boot? Are you serious?
Yeah.
But listen, there's always a greater perspective involved, and I think I'm definitely here for a reason. I'm just focused on getting healthy so I can be effective for this team. That's always the plan. It'll be worth it because there will be a time when I will be able to put these pinstripes on and do what I do, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's through. Who wouldn't want to be traded to the Yankees? There might be some. There might be some. I probably shouldn't say that, but I think that'd be a very attractive place to go and play for most
I
players.
don't know. For me, I'd rather make my millions. I love the Jose Ramirez thing. Signed a fat deal with the Indians. Likes Cleveland. Get the chill. Not a big market guy. Still makes his money. The money's still spent the same, whether you're in Cleveland, Minnesota, or New York. Goes a lot further.
Yeah, but
in
that's a
those
special
cities, too.
franchise. That's something different than that's a cut above most of the other franchises in baseball.
It was a special franchise 20 years ago. I mean, it got a little cachet with the
It's still the
CC
Yankees are
Sabathia
still the
era, but-
Yankees.
Yeah, I just wouldn't want to play there. It's preference, Doug, and I would.
Some people like some
Some
teams.
things,
and
some people don't like other things.
That's right.
If you could play for any team, where would you want to be? Not Cleveland.
Marlins.
I think the
Why-
Marlins.
Why?
Beautiful
no
ballpark.
fans.
You would get to play
chance to
you'd be
win?
a starter, and you'd make millions, and there's really no taxes in Florida.
Yeah, the
so-
income tax thing is a huge benefit.
The state income tax.
Correct. So
There
I
is
guess
still
technically
federal.
you could go to Tampa.
San Francisco would be my pick.
See, the 50% tax rate in California kills my
Yeah, but living in San
millions.
Francisco would be awesome.
I agree.
I want to play for the fans and not the money.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe Arizona, get my place up in Scottsdale, and tell the fans to F off because
The,
no
the
one cares
Angels.
about the D-back.
The Angels would be a decent place.
That would be
If you
Anaheim.
haven't seen some of those places in Orange County and Newport Beach and places like that, it's it's no wonder why some guys who can play anywhere, that's where they wind up.
living in Afton, playing for the Cardinals.
Big Pig is unhappy in the YouTube chat, Doug.
Yeah.
Been briefed that he wants the YouTube volume fixed. I have my
Oh.
computer volume at 100, and I still have to put my ear to the speaker at times. That's Big Pig.
Well,
And then he says, Boots is correct, Plow Take is garbage. I don't know what that's in reference to.
For what? Were we in difference on something?
I don't think so.
Big Pig says, according to Twitter, Lisa Ann's camera and audio worked yesterday on her podcast with Bree Mills. Suck it, Boots.
oh,
Oh, she had Bree Mills on. That's your,
That's my girl.
yeah.
To be fair, they could have recorded that a couple days ago.
Yeah, very rarely does she record something and then put it right up.
No, we need to listen to the list.
Here, who said that? Who sent that in?
Big
Pig.
Listen, Pig. I'm just gonna read it to you here.
Listen
This is
to-
from Lisa Ann yesterday.
his first name is Big. His last name is Pig.
So I reached tech support today, and it seems they were having issues across the board with sound, so I take the blame for this one. There you go. I can do this Thursday. Thank you so much. The same link will work.
Oh,
So sick.
She laughed at when I said, perfect, I'll talk to you on Thursday, or sign language.
nice.
Oh, that's awesome. What a line.
Man, you
Yeah.
guys are.
She
you
likes
have
your
that Back
personality.
and forth.
So there you go,
You
Pig.
can't make up.
There you go, Pig. Guys, if I played for the Marlins, I could visit Tim in Jupiter every year. I would invite him to the team barbecues we have at Roger Dean. That's from show ombudsman Brian Henshin.
You living there again?
Well,
Well, maybe. By the time he gets there, yeah, probably.
I think Miami is one place you wouldn't want to play. It's because they have no shot.
Well, winning's not everything.
Yeah, Doug, you're talking to the two guys who don't care about winning.
Winning would be huge over if you got to play every night for 6 months. You don't want to have a chance.
Crummy ass little stadium.
I
just
love the
I
no
like playing
fans.
sports. I like playing baseball. If I could go out and play every night, if we win, who cares? I'm cash my $30 million a year and go enjoy the Miami nightlife. And
Well, if you're making $30 million a year, you're a superstar, so you're going to play anywhere.
I said I'll play in Miami.
All right.
Oh, I love.
You asked me where I'd want to play.
I know. I just was surprised by the answer.
Definitely Miami's number
Winning's
one.
not everything.
They beat Miami in the summer.
So, but then in the off season, I'm still there.
Miami's
Right.
no worse than here in the summer.
Yeah, but it's the cachet, the hook of it is living there in the winter.
Yeah.
Well, I will be living there in the winter.
Right, but you could play in Seattle and live in Miami in
But
the
all of
winter.
my millions, I have no state income tax there.
That's
And
fair.
I can always go to an ocean if it's hot. Here, you go into the warm pools of the P.
the warm pools of the P.
I didn't
Ocean
know where
P?
you were-
Is that a body of water?
The warm pools of the P.
I don't like that at all.
Those complex pools, when the kids are in there, the temperature goes up 10 degrees.
Oh,
Manti Te'o's bottom has issued a statement for Big Pig. Go to your factory settings on your own laptop and stay out of the buffet line, you fat hog. Thanks.
Oh.
That's from Manti Te'o's bottom.
That's not nice.
oh.
I heard
Yeah,
that Manti Te'o documentary on Netflix is pretty good.
I haven't
Yeah.
watched it yet.
no spoilers.
No, I haven't watched it either. I just heard it's pretty good. A lot of people were posting that it's fascinating. And
Is
very
it?
Good. Yeah.
All right. That was all very, very odd.
I saw episode 1. It gives you a better perspective. That's all I'm going to give.
So you have seen it, Plow?
I saw the first. There are like 2 episodes. I saw like 80% of the first one. I think I have like 10 more minutes on that one. It gives you a perspective of, back then you thought he was a complete moron, but shines a little bit of light on the background of it all, so it's cool.
Lene Kakua, Doug.
Correct.
Lene Kakua.
That's who
That was his girlfriend.
catfished him.
Well, the catfisher, I think, was Tuiasa Sopo or something like that.
Yeah, dude, the first 10 minutes will rock your mind. Cause I haven't read up on this story since it happened, so like to me it was all like.
I remember doing a show the morning after it, and it's all we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
It owned the headlines both in sports and in news. Swing Haven board member active this morning. Boys' big lifestyle scene in South Florida. That's from the Swing Haven board member.
Yeah, there is.
And when you say lifestyle scene, you talking swingers?
See, maybe I'll go to Colorado as well. Ton of good weed, high altitude for not only baseball, but great golf courses out there. And then you can winter in Miami.
Yeah.
Now, Netflix has said that next month they are going to do the Becky Wiesberger story.
Oh, wow.
No, they're not.
Yes.
You and Brother Abe are going to be interviewed?
Yes. Chrissy Runagirl will talk about our lunch that she never showed up to and then wouldn't answer our calls.
Oh, that was a tie.
And they'll bring in all the squares who fell for it, hook, line, and sinker.
All the
Yeah.
squares. Coming up on Monday, 5 days away, registration for the Lemmings Open will be up on TMASTL.com. And this includes all of your golf at Normandy on Friday, September 23rd. All of your donuts from Donut Drive-In. All of your pizza and toasted ravioli from Uncle Leo's, and all of your beer from Michelob Ultra. You get all of that for $85. How do you do, Bill? It's a one-day tournament. Get your foursome together and then register on Monday at 8 a.m. at TMASTL.com. How do you do?
I keep saying it. The weather in September, perfect.
Yep.
Like the fact that there'll just be a lot of very eager, randy gentlemen in a very great mood in mid-September out there at the course.
But there's a lack of women.
What?
That increases the chance of gay sex, and also our members.
There'll be women playing.
Oh, there'll be tons of them in the gallery too.
Yeah, they want to see
There
us.
will.
Yeah.
And thanks to Jesse and Hubbard, portions of the proceeds go to the Mega Meyer Foundation.
Boom,
Yes.
boom, boom. How about that?
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That's a good thing.
And then Gobble Bowl that like next month too.
Gobble Bowl's in November.
Yeah.
November.
Okay, so 2
I
months.
wanted to change it so Tim could come, but I always do it the Thursday or the Saturday before Thanksgiving. And Tim is always on his anniversary trip. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah. So I'll change it one of these years so Tim can come.
Oh, my God, Doug.
So you
I
can
gotta write
bowl
that
again.
down. I don't know why.
So yeah, November 19th.
Guys, the Barnhart Brawler would be featured prominently in that documentary Iggy's working on, probably crying because Becky Wiesberger was one of his best friends. That's from The Reluctant Cuck.
That era was a weird era for the show.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was pretty much limited to the fan page. I don't think we brought it up here on the program much. I don't know. I don't recall. Who knows?
think
I don't
so.
know what the hell we talked about yesterday.
I don't either.
No.
I asked Iggy. what
Couldn't
the
have been very important.
Tops and bottoms.
My mother-in-law was over at the house. Doug, was it yesterday or was it 2 days ago?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
And she was leaving. He said, by the way, thank you for what you said on the air today. And I'm going, oh, my God, what the hell did I say on the air? And she goes, it was so kind of you. And Terry, my father-in-law, really appreciated it, too. And I guess I was very complimentary of how wonderful they are. And they are.
Well, sure.
But much like I think everyone on the show, we do not remember anything we say from 7 to 10. It's like we're transported by aliens or something.
And it's just a good idea that no relatives listen to the show.
And what's funny is those good comments were probably sandwiched between like Sibian talk and like tops and
Yeah.
bottoms.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, me and Anna Marie wanted to get wasted. I'm looking for a threesome.
No.
Great parents.
What's that doing to our daughter?
Yeah, I mean, and I think about that and I go, oh, God.
Now,
Timmy, I don't listen to that crap. I listen to your show on 101. I don't know what you guys are doing there, but I'm happy it works. It's my father.
Yes.
Now, every once in a while, I'll get a text from my niece Jessica, because my great niece Emma, she wants to hear the show. She wants to hear her Uncle Iggy, and she'll text me. She goes, Emma wants to hear the show. Can you, for like 5 minutes, can you not talk about topping and threesomes? I said, I don't know what we're talking about right now. I can't stop the show.
Yeah, those topics come up organically.
If my Uncle Wallace and Aunt Uta had ever been alive to hear this, they would have both just clutched their heart and met the Lord.
Uncle Wallace?
Uncle Wallace,
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. He was a good guy. As a kid, he jumped on some kind of ice truck and started to fall off, held on with one hand, and his side of his head scraped the ground, the road, and it cut most of his ear off. And then he used to come to St. Louis to get plastic ears to go over, the part of his ear that was missing. And when he got the ear on, you couldn't even tell which ear it was. And it just changed his life because, he'd gone through his whole life with just kind of like an earlobe is all he had on one of his ears. And,
Self-conscious.
obviously you would be. But in St. Louis, they had some doctor who made these fake ears that you could glue onto the side of your head, and it looked exactly like a regular ear. He was the happiest guy in the world every time he came to St. Louis to get a new ear.
Like Mr. Potato Head?
Kind of similar. Yeah.
I think that last part of the story, he's so excited to come to St. Louis to get his new ear.
Yeah.
That could be the center of our e-commerce going forward to really put this city back on track. Tommy Cebulka put this city right back on track. VIP Auto Accessories, new sponsor that was with us back in the days at 590. Tommy Cebulka is back. VIP Auto Accessories. How do you do? Tommy Cebulka and VIP Auto Accessories, your one-stop shop for upfitting. Commercial, van, and truck upfits. Graphic solutions for retail office space, walls, floors, windows, and, of course, vehicles. You name it. VIP does it. And EMS vehicles, police cars, ambulance vehicles, they have public safety solutions. VIP offers quality and the ability to get it all done at one place. They are a full-service operation, a one-stop shop. They take the vehicle from point A to point Z, and VIP saves you time and hassle. It's quicker to deal with VIP than 2 to 3 vendors with multiple locations. VIP is all local since 1979. Once employees start working there, they don't stop. They have people who have been there for 35 years. There's an employee who's been there for 41 years, and there's one who's been there for 42 years. How do you do?
That's a lot of years.
Yeah, well, it's a commitment, and it's not a lot of turnover, and it tells you a lot about the caliber of an operation, whether that be in auto accessories or any business. VIP is part of the TMA ecosystem. They do work with Design Air and Munganest, among others, and VIP is the biggest secret in its industry. And now they are promoting their service for all to hear and to take advantage of the VIP quality and convenience. It's VIP Auto Accessories, VIP Auto Accessories. And Tommy, he's fine with you giving him a call on his own personal number. That he wants you to be comfortable saying, hey, reach out and ask for me. That's fine. You go to VIPAutoAccessories.com, VIPAutoAccessories.com, and you can check them out there. Or, if you would like, call and ask for Tommy directly. 314-742-9686, 314-742-9686, and ask for Tommy Cebulka, VIP Auto Accessories. Great to have them back here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After. And think about it, Doug. Marco Bertarelli has been with us since 2007.
Simply the longest running sponsor on the show, Tim. The gold standard when it comes to having your knives sharpened. And the locally owned and operated family business on the Hill where you can get your nitro gloves. The price of gloves has skyrocketed over the past few years. The demand for nitro gloves has returned in a big way. The gloves you want if you have a latex allergy or maybe you're working in the medical field and you need to touch a patient in his bathing suit area. Bertarelli has purchased truckloads of these gloves. They buy in bulk. They've got a big warehouse where they store them. I've been to the warehouse. I've seen the big amounts of gloves that they have. If you or your company need nitro gloves, Bertarelli, definitely your place to go. Also, Labor Day right around the corner. It's a holiday for hard scrabble working boys and their stepdads. Kind of holidays for muckers and grinders. It's the Ivan Barbashev of holidays. It's got a no-nonsense, workmanlike vibe to it. If you're somebody who knows what it means to work hard, you'll appreciate Bertarelli for their ability to sharpen up your tools. Chainsaw, axe, knife, lawnmower blades, you name it. You bring those blades to Bertarelli Cutlery, and they'll make them work like they did 20 years ago. Bertarelli Cutlery is at 1927 Marconi Avenue on the Hill. The website is bertorellico.com. Thank you to the great Marco Bertorelli for being a longtime sponsor. of the presentation.
Amen. Marco Bertorelli and Bertorelli Cutlery. Get involved in the show, 314-881-TMA5. That is the Engineer Design Facilities text inbox. And, of course, you can call in 636-9004-TMA. Steve Schmidt Kia of North County phone lines, and email in for our design, air, heating, and cooling. Email of the day, morning after, at InsideSTL.com. Iggy has left for this, but we have a text complaining that he never posted his poll yesterday, and that a fan page person called him out for not posting his poll. What is his poll? I know he had the Lisa Ann podcast, but what is his poll?
The poll if he sucks or not, or what was...
I don't know.
Well, he was going to post a poll as to whether or not he sucked or not.
Or if they hate him or not. Well, I don't know exactly.
Was it maybe that he wasn't going to talk as much? Or something
No,
like
he
that?
won't do that.
Okay.
I think is, do you like him or do you like...
Like, I'm going to post a poll on Twitter asking if you like me, and it's not going to go well.
It was one of those where it's obviously going to be 99.99% like...
Iggy has returned to the Michelob Ultra Studios. Michelob Ultra, I've got it at 95 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs. The sponsor of our Lemmings Open on Friday, September 23rd, the day before Missouri goes undefeated by defeating Auburn on the Plains. And Iggy, we had a text complaint, or I guess there was a fan page complaint. I don't know. I've lost the text that you never posted the poll that you were going to post yesterday, and the Plowhawk was saying it was a "Do you like me" poll.
No, somebody said you talk too much, and I said, well,
was-
start a poll.
Yeah, start.
Start a poll. You want Iggy just to shut up and leave? Just go ahead. I didn't say I was going to start it.
Oh, thought you were going to start this
No,
poll.
the big mouth who texted in, have him start it.
Doug, who is the one who
Big
takes
mouth? Who is this
I
big
don't
mouth?
start polls on there. Why would I start a poll about myself? Hey, do you want me to shut up? Let me know.
Harrison's brother Master says that's exactly what it was, Tim. Plowboy is a fool. That's Harrison's brother Master. He might be the bantiest person in that ADF text inbox.
Yeah, because he's
Plowsy's not a fool.
And he was traded.
Sorry, I was thanking Casey in the back from WL. He fixed the coffee machine.
Casey the guy?
Casey's a lady.
I mean, not Casey.
Doug?
I don't.
Remy?
She doesn't even affiliate
Remy?
with us no more.
Casey is sideways at least with one member of the dais after an unfortunate restroom incident.
Oh, I threw
Yeah,
mustard
apology.
gas on her, and like a week later, I ran into her like in the complete utter darkness in Jackson's booth. I scared the hell out of her.
She was in there or you were in there?
She was in there with the lights off. I assumed nobody was in there, so I was like looking at my phone or something, opened the door, and I just almost like a rhino, just hit
that's
my
right.
head on her shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It was.
And what was her response?
Well, I told you my response was oopsies,
Oh,
and her response was turning back to the monitor.
She didn't say anything.
No,
Didn't
so-
say anything. And is this because a week earlier you had been soiling that private restroom that was supposed to be for the ladies while their restroom was being in the redesign process here at Hubbard Radio? Is that what had happened? She was waiting outside. You opened the door, and your bowels were evacuated.
Well, she was right there.
Yes, and you blame it on
We
somebody
were
else.
face to face as soon as the door opened.
exactly what you wouldn't want.
And
Worst case scenario.
That door is so heavy,
Yeah, sure
it
is.
creates that absolute perfect wind tunnel of stink.
Bill's wind tunnel.
Don't say
yeah.
one tunnel of
But the
steak.
one where I ran into her was funny because it was super early in the morning.
Yeah.
With really trying to be a superstar, do a bunch of work. And so I was walking in there and just rammed her shit, and it just, I was discombobulated.
And you said oopsies, and what did she say?
Oopsies again.
She did one of these if you're watching on YouTube.
Just turn right around. Turn right around.
We need to have her on the program. I don't know if we can get that done, to be honest with you, but we can.
I'll see when they take breaks. I mean, they were both back there. Remy's the one that fixed the.
And what did you say?
I said, thank you for.
And what did he say?
He said, you're welcome. He said,
Wonderful.
he says, there's just a switch over here. You go, you reboot it.
Reboot, Doug.
You reboot
Okay.
the coffee, too.
Reboot everything.
I said, I don't know. It wasn't working, and I always see Jody in here with a key and opening the thing, so I don't want to touch it.
I made coffee this morning, though. Iggs.
Oh, so it was Jackson who made what Iggy described before the show as sludge.
Motor oil, I think was the term.
Oh,
See, I when I have
sorry,
to make
trying to
that,
help.
well, thank you, but when I make that, I only use like a half a bag.
I only used half a bag this time.
Did you? Well, there must have been something else still in there because
Yeah, the poll is up, an
It's not
early
good.
lead for.
The poll is up?
Well, I mean,
Who put
It
the
is
poll
now.
up?
on the Loomster. So
Who put the poll up? Loomster?
Loomster.
I thought he liked me.
Well,
He
maybe he
doesn't like
does,
it.
and that's why he put the poll up there.
He takes
Do
shots.
you want Iggy to shut up and leave? Is that what you were saying you would do?
Well, I try to take care of the listeners. They do what they want. If the
So you're going to be leaving the show.
That includes resigning?
I'll just walk out whenever I want.
I vote
Well, you
no.
do that anyway.
Yeah, but I'll give them more time without me.
Well, you better clear that with
Well,
management.
It's not gonna win, so it's a matter. That's why I do it. There's a few people that say that, but the majority will say no. We don't want you to.
No is at 87% right now.
Yeah, okay.
Justin Thomas, Doug, who will be completing in Delaware this morning, has voted and says voting yes on this is a great way for Iggy to block you.
No, I don't block people.
I thought you blocked like 100 people.
No, not for that. If you're mean spirited, just because you say that, yeah, I'm voting to get Iggy off, that's fine.
Ooh.
Get me off, yeah.
Would that be a mean-spirited vote, though?
No, I mean, to each their own, their opinion. But when it's name calling and things like that, then I block you.
Yeah.
A 91% right now. No, this is exciting.
Yeah, it's not going to win. Yes, so that's why I said put it up there. But I gave you a shot. If the majority of you want me to stop talking, I'll sit here and just pipe in every 30 minutes or so.
I think the
Great
poll,
one, Tim.
The poll has like a double entendre. Like,
I love that, Tim.
would you want to get Iggy off,
I beg your pardon, sir?
like of the program?
Well, I'd have
How
to pick
Iggy
and choose.
worded it, I think that would be a funnier poll question.
I have to
Okay.
pick and choose who I want to do that
Oh, yeah.
because I made the mistake last time.
What are you talking about now?
The Sink.
Sink.
That
This
sounds like a
the-
horror movie. The Sink.
The slop sink salesman?
Yeah.
Like, Peel, like that guy would be directing like what we called The Sink.
Yeah. Was that last summer or this summer?
Doug, was it last
I
summer
don't
or this
know.
summer?
It
your
definitely
life.
wasn't this summer. I was furloughed.
It was
for
It was
sure,
almost a
and
year ago.
God, it's really been that long.
I heard that in the Laclede's Landing alleyways.
You going to tell people again what happened? Those who don't know?
No, I try to forget about it.
Well, you can't just mention a line every now and then and expect everyone knows what you're talking about.
Well, if you listen to the show, you know what I'm talking about.
But not if you don't listen every day.
But new people are listening based on the numbers. So you're going to reset. Doug, it's time for Iggy to tell a
Reboot.
tale of receiving oral.
Oh, give us a reboot.
A reboot.
Yes,
No, a couple wanted to come over and have drinks and led to a threesome and
it did.
didn't quite work out
Why
Now,
not?
why do you say it didn't work out? Because you did receive oral, and I would say that's a win.
for me, but there were some other things that didn't work.
What didn't work?
Yeah.
What didn't work?
Yeah.
Oh, there's certain things that I even to this day, I said I'm not going to get into.
Oh,
It's kind of private, and I don't want to embarrass them.
okay.
So,
Okay, but you got through it.
yeah. Oh, there were people at the trivia night saying that she was going up to people. I want to tell my side of the story.
Yeah, she's probably got a
There's no
side.
side of the story.
Why
Well,
don't you
sure
have her
she
on Pepper and
does.
Genie?
Are you kidding me?
She would have a side to the story.
I'll go to the hallway.
It's the side of the story is the one I've told.
He was underneath, and I was underneath doing it
No,
with him.
that wasn't it.
That's the story?
No, that wasn't even close.
Guys, Iggy blocked me for liking a post making fun of him. That's from the Calme protege. He will 100% block the people who want him off the show. That's from the Calme. Nobody's saying anything about him being off the show, though.
No, I just said I'll not talk so much.
That's what the bet was going to be when you and producer Joe were going to play golf. I can't remember what you were going to get,
Zero upside to that.
but he would play you, courtesy of Jim Regna of Triad Bank, at Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
But if you lost, you'd be off the show, which means you lose your job. And I thought, well, that's not good for anybody.
And for
I
the
don't remember
record-
what Joe was going to
For
get.
the record, you put the kibosh on that, which I thank
did.
you for. I think I want to do it for charity. I think Regna was going to put up 5,000,
Yeah, that's what it was. You're right.
and then I said, I'll give mine to charity if you want to play for charity. If you beat me, you can keep it. I don't care. But then he says, no, you have to leave the show if you lose. And at first I said, yeah. But no, I don't. It depends on what the mean spirit. I mean, if somebody calls me all kinds of names and
Block him.
lies about me and says things that aren't true.
Block him.
Rotten banana
Well, if you
peel.
like that, then you're like that person. If you agree with him, yeah, you're right. He's a dick. He lies. Blah blah blah. Then yeah,
Block
I don't know
him
why you
too.
would like that unless you agree with him.
No.
So I have no use for you.
Fair game. You can block people that are mean to you. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Now the thing is, if that person comes up to me at a TMA event and says, "Iggs, I'm sorry, I really didn't mean it," and shakes hand, water under the bridge.
Don't
Fine.
unblock him.
Fine.
Don't
If
unblock
I'm
him.
you, I wouldn't.
Except for one person, that's never going to happen.
I
Who
would-
was that
Oh,
be?
Doug,
Oh,
cryptic.
wow.
Who?
Cryptic.
No, I'm not giving a name. Because then he...
It's producer Joe, isn't it?
No, I've already said, well, now that's never going to happen. Because I've given him many opportunities, and he's
Oh.
not going to do it. So I've just said, I'm not going to even try. Screw him. But that's on him. I've tried to bury the hatchet. But he wants no part of it, so I don't care anymore.
But there's
That
someone
night,
else out there,
he
too.
rode me. He let me have it for the whole game.
That was after another one of our live events.
It was actually at the post right over here.
Oh, was it?
I was there to witness the handshake, and Joe, we're not cool, and then walked away.
Yeah, we're not cool. I don't like you. Okay, well, go park a car.
I think
come
that
on.
was said as well.
Go park a car. I park a car many times a day, and several times a day I'm parking cars.
Well, the time he
They're
was
usually
parking.
my own.
Time he was parking a car.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's not. I don't begrudge anybody that makes a living.
No.
Do what you got to do.
Sure, absolutely.
But there are people that
But-
are just, and I hate to say it, is just jealous of what we get to do for a living.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah,
Who
to
would
see
be jealous
that.
of this?
I might have said this yesterday. I don't remember what I
You
talked
said it
about.
on
Just on Pepper and
PNG.
Genie?
Oh, we said it on Pepper and
What were you
Genie.
guys talking about on Pepper and Genie?
How good we were.
No, just dates that went wrong or something like that.
Oh,
But I said that, and I said this to Raby on the Tuesday of the media day out of Norwood. And I said, you know why I think some people just continually trash us? It's because they are genuinely jealous of what we do for a living. They see that we come in here every morning and love coming to work, love our coworkers, have a great time, and now we're out here playing golf at Norwood Hills Country Club at 11 o'clock in the afternoon. That's
Morning.
what they hate. God, I hate my job. I hate my life. Go home, look at kids screaming. Bob, look at them playing golf. And I think that's it.
I don't know.
And I apologize.
You are apologizing right now.
I apologize that you're that upset that that's what we. Not everybody, but there are people that I think genuinely hate their job, hate their life, and see how much fun we have doing this, and then we have the whole afternoon go play golf. Do we want? I think they're genuinely jealous of what we do.
Maybe they just don't like us.
No,
No way. You
there's some of
cannot
those,
not
yeah,
like
too.
us.
There's some of those too, but
A lot of my friends say things like, "You still doing that job? You found anything else yet? Thinking about going to Rankin, maybe learning a technical skill?"
It's almost like they feel bad. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, you're
Yeah.
still getting that a
Still
try.
working? Yeah. Gosh, I'm sorry.
and I don't want everybody texting in, "Oh, you're full of crap." Not everybody.
Well, little's too late.
Here they come.
Caller Ellen, however, says, I am a little jealous. Holly Hills Hustler says, your producers have zero self-awareness.
What do I do?
I'm self-aware of everything I do.
I know we're really good.
Maybe
but, like,
stupid
I didn't
things, but
say
I'm
it.
aware of it.
Yeah, the idea of making zero money is something we're all jealous of, Iggy. That's from, you played him. He had a tough time with his tee shot on 18. That's from the Illsider.
Now, again, Illsider, did you hear me say everybody? I think I said just a small portion, but there are people. I didn't say everybody.
Here comes Ezekiel.
And not everybody dislikes me or trashes me.
No.
Just the few. But there are, I guarantee there's a few that just disdain for how much fun we have doing our job. You want employees like me and Plowsy.
Why?
Doug, I had to keep you in there at the end.
That's something Tommy Matters never said. We need more employees like Plowsy and Iggy.
People are angry because social media is a disease. Remove yourself from it, Iggy, and discover how wonderful life really is. Think about that. That's from Mitch. She took off her Cumstein off, and I said, wow. That's from Mitch Cumstein.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe that would be a better solution for you, to not be fighting ghosts of people you don't necessarily even know.
It doesn't affect my life. It doesn't. Okay. I don't go home and, oh, God, another post about me. I'm so pissed. No, it's just, I go home and I don't even think about it. So it's just something to talk about on the show.
Hey, guys, I don't want Iggy to stop talking, but would absolutely settle for the incessant whistling, lip smacking, and begging for Eagles tickets to stop. That's from Big Tough.
Again, not only did I not beg for Eagles tickets, I gave tickets away yesterday to somebody who wanted tickets.
You gave
to,
Eagles?
No.
Well, that's different then.
Corn and Evanescence. I said, yeah, I got a couple. So I not only asked him for tickets, I gave tickets away.
Well, they offered those to us here at the station.
Yeah, and then I gave some to somebody who wanted to go.
All right.
So I took care of somebody.
Weird. I woke up this morning in an actual house with a garage where my car was acquired without begging a sponsor on the air. Oh, yeah, I can also retire and play courses where I'm not known as a mooch. That's from the 480. Don't the 480.
Came
No, you
strong
live
with
out
that
there.
one.
And it's a burner.
Arizona, I believe. It's out there in the Flagstaff area.
Freeze like a cryogenic lab. Hoo-hoo, yeah.
That's like Mike Shannon.
That's that'll be on tonight on the MLB Network.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, I'm so jacked up for that.
Will you watch the whole game?
I will watch a good portion to see how quickly he brings some of these antics.
Yeah, he can't do it all the time.
But
I
he
guess
said
he's got to
he-
wait for a punch out or something.
He said he could do a little play-by-play. It sounds like he can do a little booth sideline reporting. So I'm going to wait until he's doing more of the play-by-play stuff to really pay attention.
Oh, so he's not doing play-by-play tonight?
He mentioned, if Jackson, I don't know if you heard, but I think that was what he kind of said. It's kind of one of the it's a Manning
cast, yeah.
type with a bunch of different
Okay,
personalities.
I just went to his Facebook page.
So they're not even at the game.
Thrilled to join Lauren Gardner. I'm not familiar with Lauren Gardner. Anybody familiar with Chris Gardner? He received like 3,000 votes for the U.S. Senate.
Unbelievable. He got a good. That's
Cameron
a good
Mabin, I remember him playing, and an unbelievably stacked crew of guests for tomorrow's Mariners and Angels game. And it's this afternoon, so it's 3:00 Central.
Oh.
So they were all in the studio, I'm guessing. None of them were at the game.
Got it. I think you're right.
Yeah, I think he said he was going to be in New York for it.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Secaucus.
New Jersey. I guess that's MLB headquarters.
Yeah. I think NHL Network's there, too. There are a lot of miserable people who listen to this show that clearly aren't having sex. If you don't like the host, don't listen. Thanks. That's from Iggy's Gape.
Yeah, that's always been my contention. I don't know how it's possible to hate a radio show. You just don't listen to it, right?
And
just hit
press
the button and
just
go
press
somewhere
the push.
You press the push, and I think they're having sex, but I don't think they're enjoying their sex life.
Oh.
So I think they're it's pent-up anger.
Is it?
Guys, here's how you can spot miserable people. People who hate on Iggy but listen intently to every word he says. That's from Buffalo Tough.
There's a big percentage of people that do that.
Well, like I said, 99.999% of the people that text in or go on YouTube and bitch, they don't care. They're just having fun like the rest of us. There are the few that are really, really just don't like individuals. And I think a lot of it has to do with they're upset that their life sucks and we have fun.
Pepper and Genie, is there anything we can do to make that podcast better?
Mr. Licks.
Again, who's we? Like, you're part of it. What can we do? Well, you can stop listening.
Iggs, on Monday, will you and Posy do a House of Dragon breakdown?
Yeah, we will. That'll be our daily thing.
I have no interest in watching that.
Really?
Well, then you're
None.
Game of Thrones really screwed you
None.
up, didn't it, for the
Oh, it
rest of it?
screwed me up. I just was really disappointed in it.
But I mean, screwed you up to watch anything.
100%. Yes. Although I love Breaking Bad, and I haven't watched Better Call Saul yet, and I know that's the bee's knees, at least from people whose opinions I respect, so I feel like I should watch that. I loved Breaking Bad. I put it up there with The Sopranos. So, and I did love Game of Thrones. It's just the final handful of episodes I thought were just
It was bad.
Terrific.
But I'm not going to let it ruin it for me.
Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad, and I cannot.
Is it
believe
really?
wow, is that right?
I can't believe I'm saying that.
You've seen the whole thing?
Yeah, it's a beautiful show, man. It
just ended, right?
Yeah, it's no question.
I'll wait till they post the final season.
It's the best series.
I started
that has
watching it
ever
right
been
after
on
Breaking
television.
Bad ended. It started, and I watched an episode or two, and I thought, well, this is
Well, you're on
close.
that high from Breaking Bad where it's action,
Yeah, I guess that's what it was.
drug dealer, drug lords, and like you have to take yourself out of that. But from season 3 on, there is no better show that has ever existed than Better Call Saul.
Really?
Wow.
It is absolutely
Wow.
the best thing.
what's your
that
Mount
has
Rushmore of shows? Just to get an idea of where you are. Doug, this is a Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Mine and Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad for sure.
Okay. Sopranos in there?
No.
Oh, wow, Bill.
I know. I know.
Now Jackson's going to get banty.
I got Handmaid's Tale in there.
Wow.
Full House.
No, Handmaid's Tale. If you watch it, it's just unreal, and it's only going to get better. That fourth one's gonna be a tough one.
Have you seen The Wire?
I have not. That's the one I haven't that everybody talks about.
Try
And
not to smack your lips.
I guess Game of Thrones can't be in there. I don't know. That's a really tough one.
Game of Thrones can be in there.
I don't know.
I can't after season 8. I can't.
It's just like 3 terrible episodes.
It's the way the show ended, though. I mean,
but they didn't have any text to go off. That's HBO's fault. They sped through it.
I think they really just vilified their audience with how just trashy it was the last 3. Basically, we don't care enough about your dedication to the show, and there's 50 different avenues that could have finished it, and they picked the worst possible outcome, the quickest one. Didn't like it. But yeah, Handmaid's Tale, Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, those are my top 3 for sure.
So you don't have a Mount Rushmore, you just have it like a three-headed
Well, I can't.
mountain.
There's so many. I don't want to. I would really have to sit down and think about that fourth one.
Just put Sopranos in there for your own sake.
Dingle My Berries is mad. Plowboy's just lost all television credibility. The Handmaid's Tale? Are you effing kidding me? That's from Dingle My Berries.
Of course, these douchebags don't really care. They don't mind women being like, dude. It's a really phenomenal. Like, say what you want. That show is amazing.
It's really good.
Like, it's really freaking
What's it about?
good. It is really freaking good. Where basically women are just, they go there to shop. They're kind of prisoners in their own homes, and they basically are there just to bear children. It's just
Sounds fascinating.
Look, everybody likes some things. Handmaid's Tale is one. Look at how many awards it's clearly phenomenal, and it's not done yet. It's already gotten better, so it could be number 2 there.
God love you, because I think if you polled 500 people and said name your top 4 shows, nobody would have that in there.
I don't think many men would. A lot of women
but some
love
of those
that
people
show.
are gonna have the
Just like I
ranch.
don't think a lot of women, relatively speaking, I think if you asked about The Wire or The Sopranos, I don't think you'd have a lot of, or as many, I should say, women put that in their top 4 shows. Do you follow me, Jackson? Do you agree with that statement?
Yeah. I agree with it.
So
Handmaid's
with Anna
Tale.
Marie and some of her friends at that reunion that I was talking about earlier on Monday, and as we were driving out there, a couple of her friends were like, Handmaid's Tale, where are you on that? I said, I watched the first season. I was kind of like, eh. And then one of her friends, Jay Murder, said, oh my God, that's not the answer we were looking for, because she has watched it, multiple times. And I thought I got what they were doing, and I get the message.
It's emotional.
And some people feel it's almost kind of a Nostradamus situation, especially with the last 5 months. But as far as entertainment goes, it was good. It just didn't, I'm not going to put it up there with Sopranos or Breaking Bad. That's where I am.
I agree. It's not my top. It's not my Mount Rushmore, but it is. I think it's fantastic.
The people say that about me when I say I like The Crown.
Oh, I love The Crown, man.
A lot of people say, The Crown, they change the lead actor every 2 years. And I said, yeah, but it's still a fascinating show, and the acting is great. But there aren't many dudes that'll say they like The Crown.
Doug The Crown.
All right. Well, what's The Wire about?
It's about Baltimore and how crime affects different avenues of the public sector. It's about urban decay and how the police and other public sectors interact with crime in the city of Baltimore.
I've heard it's so good.
They teach, they have college classes on it. It's brilliant.
I think I tried to watch the first episode, and it's a show you probably need to pay attention and be involved with. So
Break it down in layman's terms. It's about drug dealers and cops.
Yeah, but it's so much more than that. It's like so much more than that.
But it's a layman breakdown.
Well, I understood what he said the other way, too.
I didn't, and I've seen it.
How this segment started, just watch Better Call Saul. I know you can hate Handmaid's Tale. I mean, it's clearly not for everybody, especially the listeners of this show.
Well, I liked it. It's just, if we're talking top 4 shows, that's where I disagree. But, I mean, again, it's subjective, so who really gives a damn?
Seems like it's a great time to be an actor or actress with all these shows, all the different platforms.
And there's a ton of money in all these.
Yeah,
the problem is, Sydney Sweeney's talked about this, is that these streamers that you don't get residuals on. Like if you were on a network show for 6 seasons, you would get residuals for years, but when you're on a streamer, you don't.
But I'm sure they still get paid very, very well.
Sydney Sweeney says she didn't do modeling, she would be in rough shape in terms of money.
Yeah, she said she takes these jobs because she's out of money. She says, I don't have enough money. If I didn't work for 6 months, I'd be in trouble.
Right, because like NBC back in the mid-'90s or early 2000s would put out, 3 or 4 shows a season? HBO or Netflix can put out 20 shows in a season.
Yeah, but
so
those
the money
CBS ones,
Isn't Sydney
most of the
Sweeney the
time,
same-
last 2 seasons.
Isn't Sydney Sweeney the one who said she was struggling to make the payments on her $3 million house?
Yes.
This is the one who's struggling so badly.
She has a $3 million home and she's struggling to make the payments?
There was a story like
old
that.
money.
She wasn't happy with the money she was making, but she did live in a $3 million home.
Yes, but the money isn't the same as like Seinfeld, who all have $100 million.
Yeah, but Euphoria, if they make another season, which they will, she's going to get about $150,000 to $200,000 an episode.
Probably,
maybe
yeah.
not, maybe even way more than that. So, I get you may say you're struggling, but your future is just filled with dollar bills and dollar signs. So maybe buy the $1 million home.
But HBO is also on regular television. It's not just a streamer.
Well, true. That's true. That is true.
But my point was there's a lot of jobs and they're working for a long time. Some of these long form shows go 4 or 5 years keeping people employed.
Definitely, there's definitely more jobs out there. Just the money is not as much as it once was.
No, probably because the pie has been sliced up so many more ways.
If you do not have Sopranos on your Mount Rushmore, then you lose your right to make a Mount Rushmore. Thanks. That's from Peg Diaz.
And this guy is what's his credibility?
Doug, do you know Peg Diaz?
That's why I hate Mount Rushmore, because it's just all these douchebags come out. If you don't have this, you're not even credible. I'm going to put the ranch on there. And
where'd the ranch come from?
Because you're douchebags before we eat that
Ashton
crap
Kutcher,
up.
Sam Elliott thing?
I love Sam Elliott, but I've never seen the ranch.
Jackson is such a Sydney Sweeney stan. It's adorable. That's from Scooter, Doug.
Well, she's good.
Yeah, I think she's incredible.
I still would pick
Angry
Dario
breast.
over her, but...
Yeah, I mean, they're similar in this way, like the roles they would play.
Have you watched Voyeur yet?
Nurse?
Voyeur?
With Sydney Sweeney?
No, I have not.
If you don't have her in your Mount Rushmore, you're not even justified to name a Mount Rushmore of hot women that you want to bang.
Somebody is really angry. Ken says he doesn't block people. This is the same clown, and that was put in caps. Doug Clown was in caps.
Right, so he's screaming.
That mines through comments on Facebook and Instagram to block people. But yeah, let's definitely stop the show to talk about a poll that once again is centered all around the guy that makes everything on every show about himself. That's from the 314.
You about had it at this
I
point.
think we know I block people. We brought it up. There was like 91 people I blocked.
Yeah.
When have I said I don't block people?
And that was a month ago.
And why don't you give your real name? Because if I don't have you blocked, I will.
Block him!
Well, I don't know. They hide behind their fake names and their 314s.
If I'm you, I wouldn't block anyone until after the Eagles concert.
I'm not asking for Eagles tickets. I already said if somebody said
where they
Iggy
might
here's
come
Eagles tickets, unless the station
never
has them.
know.
Unless the station has them, I'm not accepting Eagles tickets from anybody.
Why don't you get some lawn tickets?
It's amazing that I'm the one begging for tickets, but I've probably given about 10 tickets since I've been here. If you ask for a favor, yeah, I'll take care of you if I can. I try to help.
Do you?
Yeah, but I'm the one begging.
Jackson, quit being a simp for Sydney Sweeney. She's not going to take your boy hymen. Let it go. Doug, is there such a thing as a boy hymen?
No.
Only on this show can you like someone for being talented and being called a simp. Kiss my ass.
Everybody's mad. Doug, they're all mad. They're all mad on the dais.
Let's take a break. We want to break things.
Oh, I really like Jordan
nonetheless.
Montgomery. Oh, you're a simp for Jordan Montgomery.
Well, Tim, that's right. I do like holes. Sup, Prince Jackson. That's from Brian Henshin. Now, he's
what's up,
still in a good
Hench?
state of mind. He's the show ombudsman,
quality
and he's
people.
covering the Colts, Doug, and big things are expected out of Indianapolis this year.
Jonathan Taylor.
And I'm going to be up front with you, and this may piss people off.
Uh-oh.
Sopranos has a ton of boring-ass parts to the show. I'm going to tell you, every time Tony's in there talking to the psychiatrist, it's a fast-forward mute situation for me. So if you want to put that type of show, and I love The Sopranos, but I didn't have to do that at all through Breaking Bad, even though Skyler annoyed the hell out of me. I didn't have to do that at all with Better Call Saul, Handmaid's Tale. If you have to flip through certain parts of a show because it's so annoying and so boring, and I get sometimes there were some context attached to it, but I didn't like the psychiatry parts. I thought those were super boring, which is a factor and my Mount Rushmore. Again, Doug, this is mine.
It's yours.
It's mine.
Your
And
Mount
again,
Rushmore.
Soprano may not make it in there, but guess what?
What?
You can make your own.
Yeah,
And
that's
the
fair.
Soprano can be number 1, number 2, 3, and 4.
I'm with you with Melfi, and people will say, well, that was all part of the story.
I get it,
It
but-
brought Tony's personality out. But then you had Melfi going to psychiatrist. Then you had Meadow going to psychiatrist. You had AJ going to psychiatrist. You had a psychiatrist going to a psychiatrist.
That's
I mean,
most
God
psychiatrists
almighty.
do that.
Yeah, but then it was so stupid in the one. Let's talk about that, Jace. How does it make you feel, Jace? And that was Melfi's son was in a psychiatry. They're all in psychiatry.
You ever been to a shrink?
No.
I brought up a heater.
Well, I would. My argument to that would be that's what makes the show different, is to look inside the mind.
I
of-
get it.
Well, I know.
And I
That's,
know
it's
it's a
all
part
part
of the
but
show,
It's
and I-
boring as hell.
It's fair. It's different strokes for different folks.
I agree, Jackson.
And Melfi did bring up cuckolding.
She did.
So you were cuckolded.
Nice.
No, she was banging another dude.
Well, you can't just
That's
be
cuckolding.
You can't just be whacking people all the time.
What?
They have to be whacking. Just there was too much of it. Too much. Melfi was just the most boring character.
Well, okay.
I'm with.
I will say AJ in season 6 of The Sopranos is some of the worst television I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, AJ's so bad.
Yeah, he is really bad.
Not a fleshed out character. I wish the rope was a little.
Yeah. I
Would
get
have
it.
been more interesting storyline.
And I think Meadow could have gotten naked at some point.
Nice.
Well, she probably didn't want to.
Hey, Tim, you had a Lexi Thompson take on Monday that was out of this world good.
Have you ever mentioned Lexi
Break
Thompson on this show?
Mr. Licks, Doug, he has a rat-a-tat-tat delivery.
Well, not really.
I would be shocked if you ever mentioned an LPGA player on the show.
I do think something happened with Lexi Thompson a
Yes.
month or two ago where she was
Yeah.
missing short
Well,
putts
choking,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had a great take, apparently.
I don't recall. Like I said, though, I don't recall really. I'm now where Doug is, where I don't recall what goes on from 7 to 10.
No,
I
you
don't
put it
recall what
behind
goes
you.
on from 10 to 11 either.
You
Right.
probably compared her to my match with Raby, where it was 4 up with 4 to play and lost all 4 holes and
No,
missed
this-
3-footers.
This wasn't about you. It's about
Well,
Tim and
could have
Lexi
been.
Thompson.
It could have been the way she putted.
You can text in, as hundreds of people are doing so at the moment, 314-881-TMA5. You can email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com, Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, and call in 636-9004-TMA. Steve Schmidt, Kiev, North County phone line. Send in your emails, Design Air Heating and Cooling email today comes up at 9:45. Jackson and I, we'll take a little shrapnel from the Brewers' comeback last night from 10 to 11 on 101 ESPN. And you know, you're welcome to leave a mic drop.
Danny Mac today.
Oh, he's on today.
Yes.
We flip-flopped with another program.
Carricker and Smallman.
That's right. Who's in with
CDs. Kerry Davis is in today.
Do you like that when he calls him CD?
I don't.
Why?
Because we're not that pressed for time.
You're right. Kerry Davis, great guy.
Kerry Davis.
And really good.
Yeah, the
Dat,
show is like
Dat was in Monday, wasn't she? That's right.
Alexa Dat.
I saw her. Yeah.
You call her just Dat.
Dat. Oh,
Is that what people call her?
I seriously. Who Dat?
Dat win.
Texas A&M 1998?
Yeah, Cowboys.
Man, he was really good.
He was.
Alexa Dat. She was in Monday. She is very good.
There, she just walked by right now.
Did she really?
I think so.
She's not in today.
No, that was Casey from
Oh.
WIL.
I was about to.
Oh, no,
Okay.
no. Nope.
All right. But you
Good.
just call her
So
Dat.
I might, during the commercial break, go try and broker a truce between you and Casey.
See if she'll
Maybe
come in
she
on a
doesn't
break.
even know that we're even, like, maybe she doesn't care enough. Like,
Well, I
maybe
can
that's it.
assure you she doesn't care.
Yeah, that's
Not a
probably
doubt in
true.
my mind about that part. The question is she unhappy with you because she was waiting outside the restroom and you got her?
And it wasn't just one of those, oh, yeah, I took a poop, I'm sorry. It was one of those, oh, my God, I am so sorry. It's like, it's so bad of a smell.
But,
that,
so
like,
you apologized.
Well, my face said it all. Like,
Yeah.
remember what, like, you can go like this, like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
What a character actor.
I apologize for the smell.
It's just, you could tell.
It was in the solo bathroom.
So much regret.
Doing it in the solo bathroom, too,
Yeah,
is
that's-
so mischievous.
sorrow.
And the very next day, it was no coincidence that the very next day, every female product from their bathroom came over here. The flowers, the Glade, the mist, everything from their bathroom came over to
Industrial
there.
fans.
It was every kind of smelly thing you could possibly imagine. Poopery, I'm sure, was in there.
Ionizing machines.
So, yeah, that was
Try
a
to
tough
get the
one. but-
particles out of the air.
Warsonwood's wacko with a big reveal here. I'm going to be unethical. I'm a psychiatrist, and Mr. Licks is a patient of mine. He suffers from confusion along with sociopathic tendencies. Welcome to Wasson Woods, Plowboy. That's from the Warson Woods Wacko. So
What up, Wacko?
he, I guess, has history with Mr. Licks. So there is some of.
It's a violation if I've ever heard
Yeah,
one.
he said he was going to be unethical.
Yeah.
Hey, hello. Do any of you have oversized clothing that hasn't been in style in 20 years that I can borrow for my third cousin's bowling Hall of Fame induction? I was going to wear my dad's suit, but it doesn't go with the pair of 1940s two-tone wingtip Oxfords. That's from glove blogger Tom Traven.
I like two-tone wing-tipped Oxfords.
And Scott's Wrinkled Nutsack, who may or may not be Scott's Wrinkled Ballsack. Tim, I really enjoy this show. Really enjoy the hosts and the producers. And I had sex twice last night. Is there any correlation to enjoying the show and coitus? Sup, Iggy's Gape. That's from Scott's Wrinkled Nutsack. You had sex twice last night, and they have 5 or 6 kids?
Man, you must have drank a
My
lot of milk.
God.
Jealous.
You're jealous of the sex or who he had sex with?
Both of them.
No, I'm not jealous of sex. I can have sex when I want.
Oh, Bill,
gosh.
Doug, look at
Anytime
this.
you
It's
want.
like Billy D. Williams.
Fabulous babes.
I'm the only one. I'm the only one there, but still.
Ah.
The first time she took her top off,
Oh, yeah.
I said, "Wow." Well, that's Sydney Sweeney. I've never seen Mrs. Ballsex.
Well, you shouldn't have. She's married to someone else.
It hasn't stopped me in the past with some people.
Oh,
But
how
she's
many,
not-
how many married women have
But
you
she's
been
not.
with?
She's
Yeah,
not
how many
like
married
that.
women do you think
She's
you've been
not
with?
like that.
Double digits?
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on. Come on. More
Yeah,
than
well,
10?
He asked a question. I answered it.
You've been with more than 10 married women
Yes.
who are willing to throw it all away
Well,
just for the chance.
most married
for a
women
night of
don't think they're going to
passionate-
get caught, or they don't care because they don't really love their husband anymore, so they don't care, or they don't think they're going to get caught.
Have you been with more than 25?
I wouldn't go that high.
Doug,
I would have to
it's going
sit
to be
here.
19 and a half.
I'd have to sit here and think about it for
And
a while.
most of this in Bermuda when you were such a swinging
Well,
bachelor?
first of all, it's Jamaica.
Oh.
I lived in Bermuda. Mojitos in Jamaica.
So
no,
kind of got schooled there, Doug.
I did.
How long have you been talking about it? How
Doug
long have
just
you been
got
talking about it?
grounded.
Neil Sida says, what a dirt bag. It's Neil Sida.
Why am I a dirtbag? If the lady is not happy, who am I to say, no, I can't satisfy you? It's my birthday in 3 days. You're married to somebody you don't love, but I'm sorry, I can't do that. I don't know the dude.
How do you meet the married ladies?
That's a nice question.
How do you know when they're
Do their
ready?
husbands farm them out to you when you're making tableside flambés?
Yeah.
No, just the daughters.
I need to go gamble.
No, bars and things like that. Different places.
And do they come up to you saying, I'm miserable in my marriage, or do you see like a wedding ring?
Huh, nice
I
question,
don't even
Paul.
ask. I don't even look at a finger.
I don't know how to react to that, but I wouldn't either, I guess.
No, after a period of conversation comes up, she goes, I just got to let you know I'm married, but I'm not happily married, and, I'd like to divorce him. We stay together for the kids, or whatever the excuse is. I don't know. And what am I going to say? Well, I don't want to do that to your husband. I don't know the dude. I don't care. If you're not happy with him, then
You're
fine.
a cold-hearted lover.
No. If it's somebody I know.
Was there ever a vindictive husband that wanted to...
Oh, nice question,
Yeah, don't you
Jackson.
worry
Boy,
about
there's
getting-
some wonderful questions
Getting
from the day.
shot or something?
No, I don't think a husband ever found out or came after me. I mean, it's not like they lasted forever. Like, I started a relationship with one of these married ladies for months and years.
How heavy set were these gals?
I mean, nothing against it. It's just a preference that I've never really been with a heavy-set woman.
All right, here comes Ezekiel.
Only because I'm kind of a tiny guy.
Yeah.
Just like most smaller women. They're like 5'1", 5'2". They're not going to date a guy 4'8". They want to date somebody who's taller than them.
You describe yourself as a petite gentleman?
No,
You're petite.
not petite.
You are.
I'd say
Nothing
petite.
wrong with
Petite's
that.
a nice word for you.
Rather be that than a hog molly.
So, Jackson, when you're like on Tinder or Hinge or wherever the hell it is, Bumble, If a gentleman describes himself as petite, is that something that the ladies are looking for?
I would imagine probably not.
Yeah,
I'm a petite gentleman.
I'm a petite gentleman. I do my shopping at Lane Bryant.
I bet you would
Very odd.
You would clean up on Grindr, though. If you sit on Grindr, you're a petite gentleman.
Yeah,
you
guys
got
would
messages,
It would be
bro. You got a
way weirder to put I shop at Lane Bryant than I'm a petite gentleman.
Yeah, I don't even know what
Lane
Bryant
Bryant's
is.
for bigger gals, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I've never been there.
That was for small.
No, it's for big old
Yeah, I'm a petite gentleman that wears a muumuu. That would be odd.
If I said I'm a
Red
petite,
flag.
petite gentleman, I would be getting hit on by guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Grindr, that's like, I mean, that's the first thing I would put on my profile.
Really?
I'm a
Yeah,
petite.
I would describe me more as slight.
Yeah.
I like that.
Trim.
How about sinewy?
Yeah.
Did
Well,
you
that's
take
not
wet
paid
pink?
for.
Where is wet pink?
I don't know why, but it's so funny.
Because you're
How
so
are you
loud.
yelling
He's
at
yelling
about?
at
I
something.
don't know. Why was I yelling?
I
It's
mean,
your
it would have
tape.
to be like one of my friends from high school calling into the show, and I don't see that happening.
It's your tape. Why do I care where
I
it
think
is?
it was the guy who was dipping and throwing up in the bathroom.
Yeah, that was the guy, yeah.
Oh.
We accused him of stealing it.
You wouldn't call it either. Guys, the Nova Scotia beef girl was definitely fat. He said so himself when telling the story. If Iggy's lips move, he's lying or smacking into a mic. That's from Hyman the Roth.
If you find the tape that I said that about her, then I will apologize. But I guarantee you there's no tape out there that exists with me saying that.
There it is.
It's a TMA all day segment, so we just gotta wait till it comes into rotation.
I'll put it in today for tomorrow.
No, I just said I was bored after the sex one night. I didn't want her to be there anymore.
After you've eaten the beef.
We ate the beef, yeah.
What
But then
for
I just
dinner?
ignored her. And then after 2 days, she goes, "You ever going to talk to me?" I go, I really just don't.
You love them and leave them. You're a
And
cold-hearted
she actually
lover.
packed her bags and left 4 days early.
Hey, I'm going to ask the sponsor of the 7 o'clock hour, which is still going on at 8:25. St. Louis Acura and Alton Toyota. You can go online at Munganast. And you go to stlouisacura.com, you go to altontoyota.com, and you can shop for new cars. You can shop for pre-owned cars, and even if you didn't get your car from Munganast, you can get it serviced at Munganast. We did that last week or 2 weeks ago, I guess, with Anna Marie's car. I bought that car before Munganast was a partner here, and man, we really honestly regret that. So here's the deal. Email me, T. McKernan, InsideSTL.com, and I will introduce you to Jamie Burkhardt, Clayton Patterson, Peter Munganast, and now you are working with the absolute best, the official automotive provider of TMA. It's Munganast, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. Online at stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. Munganast Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown coming up, Doug, as we head to the BMW, which will be here in St. Louis in 2026. And we have the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Send yours in and compete with the greats. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
I'm a lemming, he's a lemming, she's a lemming, we're all lemmings. Wouldn't you like to be a lemming too? Yep, you're a lemming, so get ready to lem it up. The Ryan Kelly Morning After presents the return of the Lemmings Open, September 23rd at Normandy Golf Club. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Get your foursome together and join Tim, Doug, Iggy, Action Jackson, and the Plowhawk for a day out on the course. Tickets are $85 a person and include golf, all your Mich Ultra beer, plus breakfast from Donut Drive-In, lunch, and after-party food from Uncle Leo's Pizza. The Dotem tournament sold out in 3 minutes, so be ready when these go on sale starting Monday, August 22nd at 8 a.m. at TMASTL.com. A portion of the proceeds benefit the Megan Meyer Foundation. The return of the Lemmings Open, brought to you by Munganast, Acura, and Toyota. Better than ever for you, their customer. Get in on the golf so you can be a lemming too. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
You can get an insurance quote anywhere. Ask yourself, what is my provider doing for me? Do I have to hit prompts? Do I have to deal with chatbots? Am I put on hold? Is it always a different person? Are they local? Are they proactive in the community? Do they represent the #1 provider of auto and home insurance in the U.S.? The James Carlton State Farm team is comprised of individuals right here in your neighborhood. We are out supporting our Blues, Cardinals, Bills, and Tigers. Do something new in 22 and kick the out-of-town companies to the curb. Give us a call or go online to carltoninsurance.net. If your insurance costs a leg and an arm, call James Carlton, State Farm.
There's a lot of common sense and Western wisdom like don't squat with your spurs on and always drink upstream from the herd. And there's also some Western wisdom that's less common, like never steal from a bear what you can't make for yourself, or a man doesn't know his worth until he's eye to eye with a rattlesnake holding a toad. I'm sure there's a good lesson in there somewhere, but there's one lesson that is perfectly clear. Fistful of Bourbon is an award-winning blend of 5 straight bourbons and as smooth as a banker on Friday. Get wise and pick up a bottle today. Don't be a damn fool. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by William Grant & Sons, New York, New York.
Okay.
Hot takes.
Yeah. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Strode. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at tmastl.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever.
Hey, it's Jackson for Rosalita's. TMA listeners know that Rosalita's Cantina has the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From tableside guac to piled-high nachos, the amazing menu at Rosalita's is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita, and Rosalita's has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 7, and let Rosalita's cater your next event. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago and they still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com.
Free your balls once and for all with the most comfortable jeans on the planet. And you can do it for free. Download the TMA mobile app and enter to win a $200 gift card to Muggsy. Muggsy jeans are built with a proprietary stretch denim with a stylish look, but the feel of sweatpants. Never too baggy, never too skinny, always just right. And more room for your twigs and berries. Get the app and create an account now. Or log in and register if you already have it. This opportunity is 100% solely intended for the greatest listeners in radio. Thanks for listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
Butter me up, Daddy.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT FM HD2.
Yet, from my standpoint, see Appliance Discounters, 8 o'clock hour here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Get involved with the show. 314-881-TMA5. Engineer Design Facilities text inbox. Call in 636-9004-TMA. We'll take calls from ladies today. Usually we don't do that, but we'll do it today.
Today we will.
Steve Schmickia, North County phone line, 636-9004-TMA. Yeah, I would think there's, what do you think, like 7,800 women listen right now? Want to call
maybe
in?
Three.
How many of them willingly?
One.
Like they're listening because their husbands are listening and it causes a problem in the marriage or their relationship. And then you can email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design Air Heating and Cooling. If you run into air conditioning problems, you go to DesignAirService.com and you click on the Book Now tab. And now, oh, look, here comes Seth Goldcamp and his service technicians to save the day. And they'll be out there immediately. And you will be taken great care of by the company Doug and I use, the official HVAC provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcast. That's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at DesignAirService.com. I'm looking at this forecast. And the highest temperature I see between now and the following Friday is 87 degrees. Most of these temperatures are in the low 80s.
We went outside. It's the best weather I've ever felt.
In
Currently,
August.
right now, it is unreal. It's like 80 with a little breeze.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Perfect.
I am thinking of taking my son to his first Cardinal game tomorrow.
Smart boy.
Anna Marie and I want him to be able to see Adam Wainwright and Yadier Molina. I really want him to be able to see Albert Pujols. I know the Rockies are starting a right-hander tomorrow. Doug, the name of that right-hander escapes me, but I looked at the matchup, so then that reduces the probability of seeing number 5. But then I know he gets to see Wainwright and Molina, and it's a day game, and the weather's supposed to be so nice, and his birthday's in a few days, so I thought that could be a thing. I don't know if he'll be into it or not.
He won't remember the players. He'll remember the stadium and the atmosphere and what he had to eat, but he won't remember who was on the field.
But just on the off chance that, he lives here, in 20 years and cares about the Cardinals, and he can say, I got to see Albert Pujols play and Adam Wainwright play and Yadier Molina. Because I have people say that, that they don't really remember it, but they were, they went and saw Musial play in his final season, or they.
Yeah,
saw
I did that,
Gibson.
but don't remember.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I remember seeing Willie McGee. That was my favorite player. So was his last year '96?
I don't know the year.
99, I believe.
Okay, I think I saw him in '96 or '97. It was super awesome because
Yeah.
St. Louis at that time, you feel like it's a huge city compared to what I was. Got to see old Willie play. I think he started that game.
He was a key part of that team that won the division.
Yeah, that team was dominant, if I remember correctly. It was really fun to watch. But I remember that, and I was, 7, 8 years old, maybe.
Yeah. I remember seeing Willie Mays and, of course, Hank Aaron, who lasted longer. But, that's just because I'm old. There's kids today say, yep, I saw Mike Trout play. Okay, one of the greatest ever.
They lost 8-3.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I'm just
Ohtani struck out 9 and left after 5 innings. Trout hit 2 home runs, and the Angels lost 8-3.
It'll almost be 40 years ago to the day that I saw my first Cardinal game. It was August 21st, 1982. Lonnie Smith inside the park home run. The only reason I know the date is because the next day Brummer stole home. And so I know that was August 22nd, 1982. And then they won the World Series 2 months later, and that is how the addiction began. If I went and saw like a Pirates game, for example, and I just assumed they were bad in 1982 because that's kind of been their brand, then I probably wouldn't have gotten as into baseball. But I see an inside the park home run. I go with my parents. Brummer steals home the next day. They win the World Series 2 months later. You get hooked.
Sure.
Remember
the way that it works.
The game I went to with Willie, it must have been an opener, or they must have been doing something. It was Torrey was still coaching the Yankees, but it must have been he was in a golf cart and like waving, and I remember my buddy Dad, "You suck, Torrey. You left us. You suck."
Oh, so that would have been 95 because he wasn't the manager.
Thank you. So, okay, yes, it was 95. Yeah, and they were kind of just bashing
He had no
the hell out.
players and got fired.
Yeah.
He had nobody.
And just the fans were ripping him.
Really?
My buddies, I think they still have those season tickets right on the outfield, I think the left field wall where the Dobbs sign is.
Yeah.
He has it right there. His parents have had those tickets forever.
The Cardinals have spaced out their success to the point where they've really captured every generation for
100%.
100 years now. They were good in the 20s, good in the 30s, won it a few times in the 40s, not so much in the 50s, great in the 60s, not so much in the 70s, great again in the 80s.
Exciting,
not so much
too.
in the 90s, but they did have the McGuire thing going.
Yeah.
And they've been good ever since.
But it was 10 years after that. I went to the 06 season. I went to a game. So it took me 10 years to go from one game to the next, and those two teams were both dominant.
Yeah.
At least 06. It started a little later. Obviously, they won the World Series, but that was a fun team.
Well, they've done it in such a way that they've got most of this town. Cardinal fans, they've averaged more than 40,000 fans a night here over their last 10 games, I think.
Yeah, people are on board.
Yeah.
They did something at the trade deadline. It wasn't, the biggest move, but I'm telling you, that Montgomery move, Quintana pitched well again last night. So Wainwright starts tomorrow, and he loves Adam Wainwright. I asked him last night, I said, hey, would you want to go to a Cardinal game? He said, yeah, when are we going to go? Can we go tomorrow? I go, well, who do you want to see play? Adam Wainwright. I said, all right. I'm thinking, he's starting on Thursday, day game.
Busman special.
It's a Busman special. I'd get to, hang out with him and my wife and take him to a game. He starts school on Monday, so
Easy in, easy out with traffic as well in those afternoon tilts.
No.
So you could really make a quick afternoon of it if you needed to in terms of, kids.
Yeah, I don't know if we would last the whole game, but I would want to see if he could see Albert Pujols hit, Just on the off chance he cares,
But if you take
down the road.
If you take a kid to like level 1 right by the field, there's almost a 50% chance player come up and autograph. He gets to run on the field. I mean, players gravitate towards younger fans, may get a ball. So that experience for him, he may remember depending on, and those afternoon
Well, I can't get
games.
down there early because I got to do the show on 101.
True.
But I think it's 12:15 game. Either way.
Correct.
Is it, Jackson? Thank you. So that's what we're thinking about doing tomorrow.
Be fun.
I've always wanted to kind of wait so he could maybe remember it. I was 5, almost 6 when I went to my first game, and it just meant so much to me. It's one of my favorite days of my life. I can remember so many things from it. My dad coming home and saying we were going to the game and how excited I was, how just incredible that whole evening was. So I've been waiting patiently to pick the spot.
I was 7 my first game, and I remember my dad taking us. I don't remember much about the game, but it was actually the World Series in '64. That was my first game. So I remember going, but I don't remember. I remember Ken Boyer signing an autograph. I don't remember home runs or.
Sometimes at that Sportsman's Park, you had to park in people's front yards.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. All around the stadium, there were houses, and people would charge you.
Yeah, they let you.
To park in their front yard.
People enjoy it. I just remember whenever going, when I didn't have to do it for a living, but just going to a game, and as soon as you walk through the tunnel and you see the green grass, and back in those days, the AstroTurf, still it was just a great feeling to walk into the ballpark.
64, they didn't have AstroTurf.
No, but later on.
Really kind of an odd era in baseball, where if you didn't have AstroTurf, you didn't really have a good stadium. And then,
is that right?
And then it turned to where, yikes, we got AstroTurf here.
That was courtesy of Camden Yards. That changed it.
I think so.
And Camden Yards stood out because it was one of those retro ballparks, and now the vast majority of ballparks are the retro ballparks.
Yeah, retro.
Miami being an exception. By the way, I was watching the thing, the captain, and they talked about the Jeter tenure as CEO. I didn't realize that was built on the Orange Bowl site. Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I mean, I remember seeing the Orange Bowl before they tore it down, and I didn't realize in the hotel I usually stay at down there is you can see the Marlins ballpark. It seems like it's just a few blocks away, but I guess it's further away. Boy, that thing is a mess. You knew it was a mess when it was built, too.
Yeah.
But, yeah, most of the ballparks are more retro.
Yeah, retro modern.
I loved Busch Stadium, too, but I don't know if that's because it's what I grew up with, and you tend to be biased towards what you grew up with. Doug, how do you view the ballparks? You've seen them all, although the first one you were too young to probably really appreciate one way or the other.
I guess they just didn't make enough money, the teams, back then, that they needed to share stadiums, football and baseball teams. It was necessary that they share a stadium. But now almost every baseball team has a baseball-only stadium. Not all. There's a couple that don't. But
Who, really?
Toronto, I guess.
What, like the Argonauts play there?
Yeah.
Well, you used to have the Raiders and A's share, but that's not the case anymore. I would imagine that's it, unless I'm missing an obvious one.
Yeah, I think
that's probably it now. Yeah, they're probably all just baseball.
But the Eagles played at the Vet, the Pirates and the Steelers played at Three Rivers. You had the Cardinals and Cardinals here, the Rams for a few games here at Busch Stadium.
Didn't the Dolphins play on a baseball field?
Yeah, they
as
did.
Well?
Yeah,
yep.
Sun Life.
There was a time when the Dodgers moved to L.A., they played in the Coliseum for a few years.
Yeah.
Then the 49ers and Giants share a stadium.
That is correct.
Yeah, the Bears played some at Wrigley Field for a while.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
You spent time in Minnesota, am I correct? The stadium that I absolutely loved, the Twins indoor AstroTurf with the plexiglass.
Not a lot of people said that.
And the Vikings played there too. That was another stadium.
I love the plexiglass in the outfield because you have a ton of famous Kirby Puckett catches that hit.
Oh yeah, the hefty bag wall.
How sick is that?
They were able to turn the air conditioning to blow the wind in the 1987 World Series in the top half of the inning and then out in the bottom half of the inning. It was an amazing thing. I was playing golf with Tom Lawless one time and we talked about that. And he goes, yeah, we didn't really know it at the time, but now the thinking back on it and we've heard about it, it's pretty irritating. Because if I'm not mistaken, the Twins only won at home in that series. Yeah. And I think in 91, when they beat the Braves, the beginning of the Braves run, can't call it a dynasty with only one world championship, I think they only won, I know they won games 6 and 7 in Minnesota, so at the most, in those 2 world championships, they won 2 games on the road. At the most, and that's assuming they won one of the games in 91.
They did not. 91, they won.
All four at home. It's nice.
And that was back when, didn't they alternate home field advantage?
They did. And then in 2002, it started the All-Star Game crap with Fox being pissed, and so they forced that down and just garbage.
That Minnesota Dome was so weird. They had to do so many things with the airflow to keep the dome inflated that one of the effects of it is when you left the stadium, when you walked out, the wind would literally push you out the door.
I think like stadiums now, if you could, put $1 billion in and kind of recreate, like you said, the retro style. That's the one I would love to see. Plexiglass in the outfield.
Yeah.
Have that old school gritty feel. Obviously, have the AC working and everything is all on the up and up. But I like to see that style of stadium again.
Every stadium should have an outfield wall where you can leap over it to make a catch and rob a home run. There's never an excuse to say, is that a home run or not? We can't tell. And that was one of the flaws with Bush, too.
Yeah.
Is they had those pillars in right field. You couldn't
The
tell.
McGuire 62 home run.
Yeah, Ozzy's home run, the Go Crazy home run. That looked like it hit the top of the wall to me.
Mariano Duncan had the ball, was tagging him, thinking he was running to third.
There is no excuse to design a stadium where you can't tell if it's a home run.
Let's hold some people accountable for the design.
I'm doing it right now. Come on, architects. Be better than that. How hard is it to have a fence without a pole right above it so we can't tell? You're killing me. Come on, be better than this.
How do you feel about stadiums that have hotels behind where people have sex in the windows and people watch?
Well, I don't mind that as much. It's the home run balls that I'm upset by.
Yell at that.
Doug, how do you feel about Dense Express?
Well, I like Dense Express very much. I mean, their people are right on the money. They don't have any flaws in their game. They're not like bad architects. They're best at what they do. And they're back as one of the sponsors. Been with us for a long time now, and they're back again. Yeah, go see Gray. It'll make your day. Gray is part of the Wilson family, who owned and operated Dense Express. They have 2 locations. You're saying, well, where are they? Well, one's in Manchester Road, a little bit west of 270, and the other's on Hughes Lane in St. Charles. This is where you go for paintless dent repair. I know you guys don't know what that is. I'm getting too technical. Paintless dent repair, or I call it PDR, is where they can remove the dents and the dings from your car without having to go through the big process, an expensive process, of painting it. They can do it there. They know how to do it, and they can return your car to its original luster. They repair minor collision damage, hail damage, and they do cosmetic wheel repair. They are the absolute best at Dense Express, and they're just about an 8-iron away from Mungan-esque Acura.
How far do you hit your 8?
You might see 2 sponsors in one.
About 155? About 155?
About that, yeah. I mean, it's real close.
Lower trad? You lower trad right now?
It's real close. Some of the car dealers take their cars to Dense Express for a little minor body damage. Nice. That's how good they are. I took my car there. Man, I couldn't even tell where the dent was when I was done. PDR, it's paintless dent repair that makes it faster, that makes it less expensive. Some of their technicians have been there for 20 years or so. I mean, these guys really know what they're doing. Check them out, Dense Express. If your car is a dimpled mess, you go to Dense Express and go see Gray. It'll make your day. You're saying, do they have a website? Of course they have a website, DenseExpressSTL.com.
There it is. Jackson, can you tell the people about the Wolf Pack?
Absolutely. You've been probably hearing about these rising interest rates and the shift in the market, but if you're looking to buy or sell your home, I'd like to talk to you about Trish Wolf and the Wolf Pack.
All right.
The Wolf Pack is a top-producing realty group servicing the entire St. Louis metro area and surrounding counties, all the way out to the Lake of the Ozarks, Doug, if you want to get that, Lake of the Ozarks lake house, beautiful little lake house. People may have a lot of questions about the current real estate market from either a buyer's or seller's perspective. Is it a good time to buy?
I don't know.
Did I miss out in the seller's market from the past few years?
I don't know.
Well, they have all the answers and more for you over at the Wolf Pack, powered by Worth Clark Realty. You give them a call at 314-807-WOLF, and you get right down to business. They have knowledgeable agents with excellent strategies, and they are ready to work for you. Don't believe me? Here are some stats.
Okay.
The Wolf Pack is in the top 5% nationwide on Zillow, and if you're selling your house, the Wolf Pack told me on average they will sell that home at 11% over the list price. That simply blows away other realtors in the market. So whether you're buying or selling your house, the only realty group you need is the Wolf Pack. They will save you money on the buy side, and they will make you money on the sell side. It's just that simple. Call them at 314-807-WOLF or visit their website. That's trishwolf.com.
There it is, Doug, the Wolf Pack. Another new sponsor here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Send your emails in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today. Comes your way in about 58 minutes. And you can compete with the greats. Right now, the JV golf coach is leading Kevin Miller by a game, but there are a number of people currently competing. Let's see an update on the poll. Is the poll been taken down? I can't find it. Jackson, do you see it? Nurse, is my nurse taken... Doug, did my nurse take the Gallup poll down
on the poll
on the fan page?
Let me take a look.
100% taken down, I'm sure.
No, it's up there.
Okay.
Oh,
It's at 93% no.
How about that, Iggy? It's an endorsement.
And the poll has one like. John Vaughn.
John Vaughn, Doug.
Oh, really?
That means there's 7% of that poll that wants me out.
And that's what you're going to focus on.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that.
Will you systematically block all those people that want you on?
No, they all have their opinion. I'm not for everybody.
Block them.
If I live my life on whether or not people like me or not, it'd be a pretty boring existence.
I see you voted. Oh, I can see you voted yes. I won't say I won't out anybody, but
I'll probably have them all blocked anyway, so I'll see none of
I
them.
would block them, yeah.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to look
Go
and see
through there and
how many I
block
actually see. That will tell you how many I have blocked. I got to find the poll first.
Okay,
That
well,
could- that
we'll
could-
wait.
that could take a
do a
while.
little radio
Time kill
presentation.
music.
Hey, what about the time kill music?
kill
Plow,
music.
do you have access to the time kill music?
Sorry to interrupt you.
It's in the T section of the go-to drops, brother.
Is it in the go-to draw? I don't think
yeah.
it is.
Mr. Lick says, for the record, I voted no Iggy. No, Jackson was playing it while you were in Montana.
T.
Okay, here, I got the poll. Let me see.
How do you have it and I don't?
T-I-M. I don't see it.
Want me to come in there and put it up there?
Give me a second.
Slide in behind me and hold my hips as I grind back.
I will.
Come on.
No, 9 people
Be
voted.
gentle.
Slide in behind me. No, don't. My hole is worn down.
9 people voted, and I only see 6, so there's only 3 I have blocked.
Okay. Are you going to go blocking now?
No, I don't care.
Block them.
I don't
Do
care.
a group blocking.
Bill, Mark, Tim, Matthew, Dan.
Ronnie,
Cut
Bobby,
loose.
Ricky,
Not
and
in
Mike.
this one.
If I love the girl, who cares who you like?
Justin.
That was Cool It Now, 1984. Johnny Gill wasn't part of it at the time. Fun. I see 141 votes.
And 9 have voted no, and I only see 6, so there's only 3 I have blocked out of those 9.
All right. Well, there's going to be 6
And
more.
I
Get a
can-
blocking notification
And
today.
I know one of them. John M.
Doug John
John M. John Moore. John Morrison.
I would venture to guess 80% of the fan page either has him blocked or he has them blocked. He is the most unliked person on that board.
Oh.
He just is really a prick.
Oh,
Wow. Hold on.
God.
All hell's breaking loose here.
Give his last name. Give
No,
his government name.
I won't do that.
Give his government name.
I would like to, but I won't. Which I don't think is fair.
Give me the second letter.
They all know our name. I don't know why we can't say
Yeah.
theirs, but
Second letter of the last name.
I'm not gonna
M
do
what?
that. No.
M-A?
People on the fan page know who I'm talking about.
Oh.
People listening probably don't.
No, they don't. And that's who we're talking to.
Well, just go check the fan page. Just start John M's and see what comes up. I'm sure there's not a ton of John M's on there.
I don't know.
For years, Plowsy has avowed the time kill music doesn't exist, and Jackson always proves him wrong when he runs the board. Thanks. That's from the 314.
Well, I'll tell you straight up, ain't in the go-to drop folder. I'll tell you that much right now.
Doug, what is that dialect right there?
It's kind of cocky.
It's me being pissed off. No, I'm kidding. No, it is in there, but it wasn't in the proper folder.
Wrong folder.
Little Matthew McConaughey there. It sounded like.
And these people
don't care.
suck, man. I'm over
You
it.
can't please them.
I know, right?
Tim, I thought you had a policy where fake names couldn't comment, and yet the biggest critics of Iggy and the show are guys using fake names. What's the deal with the policy?
Oh.
Well, I guess I don't know if they're fake names. I don't know if we haven't really
Who
been
is
doing a whole
fake?
lot of. I don't have no idea.
There's no fake names.
We haven't been doing a whole lot of moderating since Facebook's been doing the moderating.
And Justin
Are
Thomas.
you aware of fake? Doug, are you aware of the fake names on there?
No, I'm not.
Justin Thomas is a real name. It may be a celebrity golfer, but that's not him. That's just his real name. He's not impersonating JT.
Well, how do you know that's his real name, though?
Doug, how do I don't.
Well, if you want to go through and make a fake, go for it. Honestly, again, I'll revert back to my statement a minute ago. I'm beat up from them.
You're beat up?
And they can just
You're
create
exasperated.
fake names and.
Guys, the guy who is friends with another radio station owner is in there ripping the show again. Iggy, you called attention to that about a month ago.
Yeah, I think I have him blocked too now.
In the YouTube chat or in the?
No, that's on the fan page.
There it is.
That's an interesting little situation.
Yeah, just
For the record, Dave Zobrist is a great guy, and I don't
Love
think he's
him.
hired a henchman, but
love
it
Dave.
is a little weird thing.
Yeah, it
but
is a
I mean,
little
it impacts us in absolutely no way, and God bless everybody at KFNS, and we wish them the best. Let's see. Mr. Licks wasn't in the proper folder. Plowsy, how was it exactly that Jackson found it immediately and played it at will? That's Mr. Licks not happy.
Was
he
not
sa-
immediately.
Well, he saved it in an audio fun folder. So, like, and it's no offense to Jackson at all. He
None.
found it, but, like, how am I supposed to know it's in the 726
You couldn't
You're
have
right.
known.
audio file. Like they're just if I didn't save it myself, it's hard for me to find random things. A lot of folders, Doug.
Let me give you an example.
All right, what do we
And
have?
this-
Doug,
and
it's
this
time for an
is-
example.
Example of what?
And this
I love
is nothing against Plowsy or Jackson or me. It's just sometimes you don't know. When I came in months ago on a Saturday and I edited all 28 of my interviews and took the 590 tags out of there and any sponsors that might have been mentioned that weren't or no longer here, I saved them in a folder. Nobody can find the folder.
I think I found them.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
No
you
way.
saved them it was a. I had to go on a real what am I looking for?
How do you like it when
Expedition.
somebody says Extra?
An expedition to find them.
Yeah.
I think you because you download them. I think you save them back to the downloads folder, which has
Correct.
upwards of 5,000 files in it. But I can't tell if those are just the ones you downloaded from the website or if those are the edited ones. So I'll have to listen to it in full. But I think I found them.
But
What I'm saying is it
regardless,
took us
you found
forever to look, and we all knew they were in there, but we couldn't find them. So sometimes things go in this computer, and you search and search and search, and
I'm sure these
hard to
dudes
find.
are heart surgeons and really doing God's work.
What matters now is that the time kill music is ready and always.
Yes!
That's all that matters.
It's a huge win.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
And
So
like a lot of other
I'll listen to
shows,
that.
we have a lot of content that we save that is worth playing.
There it is.
Well, we save it. I'm not sure it's necessarily worth playing.
Yeah, I would agree with Jackson. Although some of it is really funny.
Painter guy has just issued an apology, Doug. Sometimes we have
Okay.
statements, sometimes we apologize.
That's
Okay,
nice.
I apologize. My name is not really Painter guy. Thanks. That's from the Painter guy. No, I believe the text was about people on the fan page were using, I don't know if it's burners or fake names.
Fake names, I do believe.
Is that right? Well, they slipped a breaking ball by.
Well, they can also join in and the real name and change their name. Am I correct on that? So they
Doug,
can-
is that what you...
I don't.
So
I
Justin-
don't know, and I don't care.
Justin Tomic could change his name to Jerry Garcia, but he's already in the fan page now.
Why would I worry about that?
You guys like Cherry Garcia ice cream? It's pretty
Oh,
good.
I do love it. I do love cherry.
I have not
Garcia.
had it.
It's pretty good.
Doug, you would eat
I
a whole
just I
pint.
can't pay like $8 for a half a pint of ice cream.
It's like $4.50 now. It's
It's a full pint. It was
Our,
good.
our show historian has a fake name.
Who's that?
Well, Buck Swope
Buck
isn't his
Swope.
real name.
It isn't?
our champion tour golf tournament isn't even on the fan page. So we accept everyone, Doug.
Well, the policy, the attempt at the policy to keep people, because again, I believe, Doug, we share this. We have common ground here that anonymity is what is actually the real poison of social media.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
So in an attempt, a good faith attempt to try to have our show's fan page be in a place where people can interact. If you want to be critical, feel free to be critical. Iggy may block you, he may not, I don't know. But if you're doing it from a fake account, but with Buck Swope, we actually know Buck Swope and interact with Buck Swope. Hell, I think Buck Swope's been paid by stations before. I think. Hell, I've probably paid Buck Swope when Inside STL was
You
operating
have,
920.
You haven't.
He put his finger right in my chest at that trivia night.
And then Buck Swope was active at the St. Gabriel's Trivia.
If you're going to make up an alias, how do you come up with Buck Swope?
Well, he was a wonderful star in Boogie Nights.
Oh, he was?
Don Cheadle.
Yes.
You know what?
That was his name in the movie, Buck Swope?
Buck Swope kept changing his appearance. He wasn't happy with his look.
He was just trying to sell stereos.
And the great thing about Buck Swope, not the porn star, but the actual character that the historian, he puts all his money that he makes back into being a historian.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, maybe buying that extra monitor, maybe buying that machine that had the algorithm.
Another green
that we
sport
need.
coat.
Another green sport coat.
M&M is a Buck Swope joint.
And I love Buck Swope.
Jennings Sr. Caller Ellen with a positive comment. My listing experience improved when Plowsy returned. I'm glad you're back. Hashtag Plowsy Lemon. Lemming, I apologize.
I love Caller Ellen. Although I like how honest and upfront she is.
Do you?
She doesn't hold anything back, and I kind of like that brutal honesty because it makes me and Iggy kind of puts us in our place, and I think sometimes we may need that.
You
I
like
love
to be
Caller Ellen.
disciplined?
I love to be disappointed.
Oh.
Surprised, but my last name is not Browbush. That's from Eugene Levy's Browbush.
Oh, it isn't.
Again, I want to try to restate what I'm attempting to convey to our audience, and Doug clearly doing a poor job.
Well,
The username and the text inbox a totally separate thing from the fan page thing. if we do have people who, I guess, what you're saying, Plowhawk, you can join it and then you change your name?
I do believe you can change your name after you join, so you can certainly be
Jackson,
a fake
we're going to
name.
have an emergency board meeting on the fake accounts, but the thing is, I don't know what the fake accounts are.
Yeah. I don't know if they're fake.
It's going to be a hell of a meeting.
The ones that change their name still do, or the ones that have, obviously not the real government name, still have pictures of themselves for the most part. Their family, their, what have you.
No, sure.
So it's not like they're hiding in anonymity. I just don't think they want their government name immediately out there.
Oh.
So, I don't know, it's weird.
Which is fine if you want to lurk, but then if you are going to be attacking the show and you're not going to put yourself on there or attacking people on the show individually, as Iggy is referencing with the poll, but you're winning at 93%.
Killing it, Iggy.
Well, I knew that. That's why I put it up there. Or I asked to put it up there. I didn't put it up. Because there's just a handful of people that just have disdain, and that's fine. You can't please everybody. Like I said, I can't worry about people that don't like me. Sure, you'd like to be liked by people. You don't want to be a curmudgeon and everybody hates you, but I can't worry about what people think about me.
No. Man, these dissenters, they need to be blocked. I mean, right now.
No.
Not until after the Eagles.
3 of those people have already been blocked. The other 6, no, you're fine. I'm not going to block you for that.
So you're going to, these people that want you out, are you going to ask them for Eagles tickets and then block them?
I'll try, yeah.
What the protocol?
All I said
Do you get
yesterday
unblocked with
all I
Eagles?
said yesterday is unless the station is making tickets available, I'm not going because it's upward of $200-something per ticket.
Even for a lawn seat?
Well, they're
It's at
playing
Enterprise,
at
right?
Enterprise, so there's no lawn seat. So I don't, and I would probably take somebody. I'm not going to spend $500 for 2 tickets.
No breaking news here. Former fan page moderator Neil Allen Craig Paquette says he may have a list of burners.
What up, Nancy? What do you think? Got an Excel spreadsheet
Wow,
that he's
I didn't
working
know.
on
I
over the
didn't know
weekend?
about this.
I don't know.
We might have a clearance at the fan page today.
Send them over. I'll out them all.
Yeah, it looks like we got a big day ahead of us.
Here's our burner segment.
Well, I think we just remove them.
Yes.
Quietly.
You got a lot of free time on your hand when you're setting up burner accounts for a radio show.
What about the
So you
time
can
on your
call in
hand
and
to create an
complain.
Excel spreadsheet about the burners that we have? I love Nancy, by the way, my fave. What up, Nance?
Nancy, Neil Allen Craig Paquette. All right, send your emails in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Coming up in our Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour, the Mug and Ass Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown. And we also have the Design Air Heating and Cooling. Aunt Peg says, enough begging for tickets. By the way, my real name is Aunt Peg. So there you go. That's just been confirmed.
And your dad,
Bomber.
But thank you for texting.
Bomber.
Tim,
I mean, it's wedged like 165, 175. Doug, is it 175? I mean,
I've seen him hit a pitching wedge like 160 yards. Like,
Really?
maybe not, but
Tim, I'll let you and
close
Jackson.
enough.
what are we going to do?
I'll let you and Jackson decide. Do we play the Millie Maker this week?
Sure.
It's $20 entry.
Well, I mean, the nice thing about this week is there are no cuts.
Yeah. Well, I don't like the no cuts.
No.
You need a
don't want
winner. You need a winner, and you need like 2 or 3 other guys in the top 10. That's.
Oh, you sometimes need more than that. You almost need everyone in the top 10 in some of those events.
Well, you need the winner, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, we can play the Millie Maker.
All right, Doug, there it is. Going for $1 million.
All right.
It's going to be an
Anything for the
unbelievable
kids.
story when it happens.
The kids.
We will close out our appliance discounters 8 o'clock hour. Send your emails in the morning after at InsideSTL.com for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. JV Golf Coach with a 1-goal lead on Kevin Miller. 8:30 Recreator, Carlos Spicy winner, Cal May's oversized T-shirt, and Slop Sink Salesman all have won. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Watch TMA on YouTube. Click the bell to subscribe. Download the podcast. Find it at tmastl.com or wherever you podcast. And check us out on TikTok at TMASTL.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan for Design Air Heating and Cooling. I am a very happy client. Design Air Heating and Cooling and Seth Goldcamp and his incredible staff, which you can find online at designairservice.com. Just go to the website, click on the Book Now tab, and any issues you may be having with your HVAC system, they will take care of immediately. The customer service, second to none. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago and they still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com.
You can get an insurance quote anywhere. Ask yourself, what is my provider doing for me? Do I have to hit prompts? Do I have to deal with chatbots? Am I put on hold? Is it always a different person? Are they local? Are they proactive in the community? Do they represent the #1 provider of auto and home insurance in the U.S.? The James Carlton State Farm team is comprised of individuals right here in your neighborhood. We are out supporting our Blues, Cardinals, Bills, and Tigers. Do something new in 22 and kick the out-of-town companies to the curb. Give us a call or go online to carltoninsurance.net. If your insurance costs a leg and an arm, call James Carlton, State Farm.
Okay.
Hot takes.
Yeah. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Strode. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at tmastl.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever.
I'm a lemon, he's a lemon, she's a lemon, we're all lemmings. Wouldn't you like to be a lemming too?
Yep, you're a lemming, so get ready to lem it up. The Ryan Kelly Morning After presents the return of the Lemmings Open, September 23rd at Normandy Golf Club. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Get your foursome together and join Tim, Doug, Iggy, Action Jackson, and the Plowhawk for a day out on the course. Tickets are $85 a person and include golf, all your Mich Ultra beer, plus breakfast from Donut Drive-In, lunch, and after-party food from Uncle Leo's Pizza. The Dotem tournament sold out in 3 minutes, so be ready when these go on sale starting Monday, August 22nd at 8 a.m. at tmastl.com. A portion of the proceeds benefit the Megan Meyer Foundation. The return of the Lemmings Open, brought to you by Munganast, Acura, and Toyota. Better than ever for you, their customer. Get in on the golf so you can be a lemming too. Free your balls, once and for all, with the most comfortable jeans on the planet. And you can do it for free. Download the TMA mobile app and enter to win a $200 gift card to Muggsy. Muggsy jeans are built with a proprietary stretch denim with a stylish look, but the feel of sweatpants. Never too baggy, never too skinny, always just right. And more room for your twigs and berries. Get the app and create an account now, or log in and register if you already have it. This opportunity is 100% solely intended for the greatest listeners in radio. Thanks for listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
I'm gay.
Now.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT-FM HD2.
Collinsville, St. Louis.
Oh, yeah, push little daisies. It's Ryan Kelly Morning After. Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour coming up at 10 o'clock. Jackson and I will go down the hallway, and we'll figure it out. We'll get through it together. You leave your mic drops 101 ESPN app. Balloon party, 10 to 11. It's 1 hour. We soil 101 ESPN's pure waters.
And how do you do that? With your words?
With our words. Jackson, what do you have today? Doug?
What do I have today?
Yes.
Takes, I guess. Where will Kevin Durant go?
Oh.
Well, get that text line up now, Tim. I think they're already texting.
65780. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of the TMA listeners are in there now.
Yeah.
And now they kind of overlap, and they'll go after Rockio with the strap-on comments.
Oh, no.
I don't know. I haven't addressed that with Randy Character or Michelle Smallman or
How do you go about doing that?
I don't know. It was kind of hinted at in one time when we were coming in and they were leaving. And Michelle asked what it was about. And I said, well, it's just TMA stuff. We don't, because I'm not like, here at a professional operation, I don't want to say to her, oh, yes, there was an allegation that Matt's former girlfriend wanted to penetrate him with by wielding a strap-on.
Oh, don't say wielding.
Doug, did that conversation warrant like a private office with like an HR person taking minutes?
That's one of the things.
That's
one of the things I was thinking.
I plan to plead ignorance.
So I avoid it. I am asexual. That is what I am.
You imagine Randy's face sitting there with his hand on his chin while you're explaining that.
Oh God.
Yep.
I think the toughest one would be if Kerry Davis, formerly of the world champions Steelers, were in there as he looked across and goes, oh, the guy who's producing the show and running the board is getting pegged.
Oh, and playing the tuba.
While getting pegged. So, yeah, the TMA listeners have gotten into the 101 ESPN.
Yeah, we can ruin anything we touch.
Oh.
We've ruined some stations in the past. I mean, took them right off the air.
Oh, God. Yeah, actually, that is true.
Yeah.
Or like a piece of jewelry that looks beautiful, but then after you wear it, your like finger turns green and you can't get it off. Like, we start off strong.
It's the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. Get involved in the show. We got that email today coming up. It's presented by Design Air Heating and Cooling. That's at 9:45. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. And coming up on Monday, you can register for the Lemmings Open for $85 per person. Plus maybe like $7 in Eventbrite fees. Hell, I don't know. But either way, you get all of your beer from Michelob Ultra all day long. It'll take place Friday, September 23rd at Normandy. All of your golf, all of your Uncle Leo's, all of your donut drive-in. It's the Lemmings Open, Friday, September 23rd at Normandy. Get your foursome together, and for $85, you get golf, pizza, donuts, and all your beer. How do you do?
That's nice. Nice
Think
value.
it'd be good this time if we played with a foursome or eightsome. Did we do eightsomes?
I think us playing is should happen. Since it's a one-day event, I think that
You think that'd be a good play? Maybe
we could rotate.
I would love that. Yes.
We could rotate groups like front nine, back nine kind of thing.
Yep.
I think it'd be fun for people to see the way I compress the ball.
I don't know how fun that is.
How horny everybody is.
Oh, yeah. Soft cows everywhere. Boy, that's awkward when the door's open and I'm saying it and people walking by. Doug, that was your fraternity, brother.
It was.
I think we have a speaker above the door that plays our content.
Wow. Wow.
I know the other stations do.
I don't think ours is on there,
that's
though.
probably good.
Yeah, I was out there like one afternoon, and I was taking video of 105's speaker, because 105 is on the other side of our wall here behind Doug and Iggy, and the cardboard cutout of Learn for those of you watching on YouTube. And Kelly Hanna, who is the general sales manager for TMA and for 101 ESPN, walks around the corner, and I'm just standing there holding a phone up, recording the music on the speaker. But my son, who has a diverse, and maybe I have been too open with what music he listens to, he is a fan of System of a Down, which is very odd.
Sick.
Are you familiar with them, Plowhawk?
Yeah, the Toxicity album is.
What is that?
I used to play that in my portable CD player.
He's an alternative kid.
I like it.
Well, it just depends, I mean, sometimes he wants to hear rap. Sometimes he wants to hear, he's a big fan of What's the Difference with Dre and Eminem, which Eminem describes how he would take out his wife. So, yeah, this could be interesting when we go to school next week. But either way, that's what I was doing because they were playing it, and I go, oh, that song that he loves a few System of a Down songs, is on there, and I wanted to show him because he wants to see the studio. And like when Jackson and I played golf, and he came out there with us, and he goes, oh, that's Action Jackson, Virgin Pringle Sauce Boss. So he's into the show, as I think most 4-year-olds are. I think this is a show that I think 4-year-olds were number one in the market with 4-year-olds on HD2.
Well, we got little Tommy Tribbins.
4-year-old mentality, man.
Jameson's best friend, I guess.
That's correct.
I mean, he's 4 going on like 20. The day he came out to watch you make your $1 million putt or whatever it was.
420.
Give or take 995,000.
But he didn't want to leave when
I would have spent a little more time on it, I think.
Yeah. When Anna Marie said, all right, we got to go. I don't want to go. I want to stay. And we were walking in the parking lot, and I said, you can drive. Just get the keys. don't you have the keys to the car? He goes, I can't drive, silly.
He's a ball buster.
Nice.
Yeah, he's comfortable. So I don't know. We'll see if that was a good strategy or not here when school opens up on Monday.
Learn's in the building, by the way.
Learn is in the building. There's Tommy behind us.
Well, I didn't know. I was in the elevator with one of the salespeople, and as the door was shutting, somebody walked by and blew a kiss. And the guy goes, I think that was a kiss off. I go, who was that? Learn? Oh, I didn't. That was a kiss to you then, obviously.
So you saw
I didn't know who it
a female
was.
give you a kiss, but you didn't recognize it was Learn?
No, I just saw somebody walk by and went like that, and I didn't. And the door was shutting. I didn't know who it was, and he said it was Learn. And then as we got off the elevator, Learn was walking in the door.
You're kind of excited about that, aren't you?
No, it's always fun to see Learn.
All right.
It's no surprise that I think she's the coolest chick that I know.
I didn't know if that was a drop or not until I looked over and I saw your lips moving.
No, she is.
Tim, it will be.
She is one of the coolest chicks I know.
I don't think you can call them chicks anymore.
I already said that that's a term of endearment. I will never stop saying chick.
I don't think you can say it now.
Well, I just did. And I even told Learn, I said, when I say that, she goes, no, I have no problem with that at all.
Okay.
Cool.
It's a term of endearment.
Yeah, she is a cool chick.
Coolest chick. She's one of the coolest women I know. No,
there you go.
She's one of the coolest chicks.
Now stop saying chick.
Anyway, she's in the building, so I'm nervous. Learn. That was
the guy who actually took the first poop.
Oh.
How, he reacted, and did he squat?
Oh gosh.
The questions we ask.
This is the sound that's going out.
I thought it was a
outside.
And I was about to say, I see there's a lot of activity in the hallway today. I don't know what's going on.
I think the Bomberito racing team is here because they have the big Indy car race this weekend. Which, God, that's a pretty big race, and I'm not seeing any promotion anywhere.
St. Louis is the only city in the United States, Doug, with an NHR race, a NASCAR Cup race, and an Indy 500.
Really?
IndyCar race.
Yeah, we're the racing capital of America.
Curtis Francois is an OG genius. Love that dude.
OG.
Yeah. But I think it looked like they were showing a new show, their studio. Maybe this is our last show. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Oh, our studio's getting ready?
I think they're working on it sometime this week or next. So be sweet.
All right.
Yeah.
Tim, she's coming in to join the Riz guys to talk about Jeff Burton. That's from Conclusion, the stripper. There you go. That would make sense.
Yeah, because that's why Tommy was here early this morning. I think Tommy went in there for a little bit.
I need to listen to that. No.
Yeah, I saw Tommy at 7. So I think Tommy went in too. That's good. They're playing almost all clips of Jeff this week.
Yeah, I saw Riz yesterday after, I guess, Balloon Party, or after we had a sound story as well. And we had been texting on Monday, and I was texting with Patrico as well, and I saw him, and we started talking. And I didn't know if he was going to be in the mood to talk. And I go, so how was it this morning? Because it was their first show since the announcement. The announcement occurred, he passed away at around 9:30 on Monday morning. And the guys from the Riz show came in with Donnie at 3 o'clock. And Jackson, did they carry that announcement on all of the Hubbard stations?
I was only listening to 101.
But did they simulcast 105.7 on 101?
Stalter started off the segment and said, here's a message from our sister station, 105.7 The Point, and then they just flipped it over to The Point.
Really?
Yeah.
That is but I was listening to 105.7 The Point.
Right, yeah, I was on 101 listening to it, and they flipped over.
I think they said every station interrupted programming.
Is that right? Yeah. Wow. So I was listening. I was listening to Donnie and Riz and Patrico and Moon and King Scott, and they talked about it, and Riz and I were talking about it yesterday, and I said, so how was it this morning? It's the first show. And he said, honestly, in a way, it was cathartic because we were able to laugh, and that truly is who he was, and that's what we did, and we played all of these clips, and it was just great to laugh because it had been so sad. And he got a chance to see him on Sunday, he said.
Yeah, when I was texting to him, he said the great thing is that we got to say goodbye on Sunday.
Right.
So I said,
but he called into the show last week.
Yeah, he did, and he did the Blues podcast with Fandango. I think maybe Friday. Yeah, so that was good. They got to see him.
Right.
Patrico have been posting old videos of events that they've had. With Burton playing guitar, and yeah, he was a fan favorite for sure. And he joined that show. He was the most recent of the cast members, if I'm not mistaken.
I
right?
would guess King
590?
Scott probably, but
Oh, yeah, that
he would
might-
be second. Yeah, because he was at. I don't know if he was he on The Man? I guess, right?
But his popularity, I mean, even when he wasn't on the Rizzuto show, I know they had a great rapport with him. So I mean, it's
I
just
think
a
right when it
perfect fit.
started, didn't they? 2014, I think, the Riz show
It
started.
was 2013. Well, it was the Woody and Rizzuto show.
Yeah.
And then Woody moved to L.A., killing it. And then Riz took over.
And I think Jeff
is
came over
killing
right
it.
after The Man.
That's correct. I think he was kind of a guest hostish type person initially, and then it went so well that he became part of the regular group for 8 years, probably ballpark.
Yeah, I think he came over in 14.
Yeah.
So
It's just that group of guys. I mean, but it is the truth around here, and people don't like positive stuff, so I'll stop. But it's just really a good group. It's not Bolt. I almost said Bolt. I've never really cussed on the air somehow.
Oh.
I don't know how, but I haven't. But yeah, it's not BS. It's just really a good group of people across the board here. But the thing that I keep going back to, oftentimes in St. Louis radio, and probably in radio in general, just because it can be the nature of the beast, if you have the number one show, and they have the number one show by far and away in Morning Drive in St. Louis, at least one person, if not a few, or the whole thing can be, I don't even know what the right term would be, difficult, a problem in the building. And they're such good guys. They really are. And they're super talented. And, if you didn't know, you wouldn't even know that they were as successful as they are.
they don't turn their noses up at anybody.
It's a great group of guys, and I'm heartbroken for them because they were really, really close with Jeff, and that has to be, and it's been a long goodbye. And and the other thing that Riz was saying is that they really were surprised. I mean, they knew that he wasn't going to be back on the air full time, but that it took a turn late last week. It was again, it wasn't going to turn around, but it took a turn late last week.
Yeah, because when I guess it's probably middle of July, last time I texted Jeff just to say, "Hey, buddy, thinking of you, how you doing?" Then he sent the text that I don't want to repeat, even though he said, "Use it as gold."
I've actually heard about that text.
He said it,
and
he
it is
says-
a classic. And
he said, "Use it as gold." I just don't. I wouldn't. I don't want to though. But
and I heard about that text, by the way, not from you, as you know, probably, and not from him. So that text is that famous.
I told a couple of guys over there. I said, "This is his personality. That he can still joke." But it was like in the middle of our show. Well, yeah, I told it yesterday about he's doing a show, I'm doing a show, and I get a text, "I need your Mr. Skin password. It's not working." Mash, it's Jeff. He said, "We're talking nudity. I need the password. It's not working anymore." But yeah, he was such a good dude. And but when I was texting him, what I was going to say is when I was texting him, I said, I hear you're feeling better." He says, "Yeah, I'm hoping to get home tomorrow, the next day, and I'm doing some walking." And I'm thinking about, coming by the studio in the next week or so just to hang out with everybody and say hi.
Right.
So you felt good that, God, he's feeling better. And, you thought maybe your prayers worked, that you're asking for a miracle. But just his attitude. I mean, God, I don't know anybody that could act like he did, know what was going on, and just was always so upbeat. I don't know. That's the kind of guy he was. He didn't want anybody else to feel sorry for him.
Legend, absolute legend. Yeah, what they've been doing on 105.7 The Point has been quite a tribute to him, and he deserves it. He will not be forgotten. He will absolutely not be forgotten. I would like to invite the people to communicate any stories you would like to share. Call in 636-9004-TMA. Steve Schmidt-Kia, North County phone lines. You can text in Engineer Design Facilities text inbox and email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design Air Heating and Cooling email today comes your way at 9:45. 9:45 for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. There's a lot of common sense and Western wisdom, like don't squat with your spurs on and always drink upstream from the fan page. And there's also some Western wisdom that's less common, like never steal from a bear what you can't make for yourself, or a twink doesn't know his worth until he's eye-to-eye with a rattlesnake holding a toad. I'm sure there's a good lesson in there somewhere, but there's one lesson that's perfectly clear. Fistful of Bourbon is an award-winning blend of 5 straight bourbons and is smooth as a banker on Friday. Get wise, pick up a bottle today. Don't be a damn fool. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by William Grant & Sons, New York, New York. And Stratum Structural Systems, if you are dealing with any issues with waterproofing in your basement, that's the company that can fix it and put an end to it. Stratum Structural Systems, online at stratumrepair.com. They're local. Matt Ford, Breck Roman. Think local, think Stratum, stratumrepair.com, 314-620-8153. When you call there, let them know you are a TMA listener, and you get $100 off your repair project for basement crack repair, for foundation peering, for settling homes, for bowing or rotating wall repairs, basement waterproofing services like sump pumps, interior and exterior drainage solutions, egress window installation, concrete leveling and downspout extensions. It's Stratum Structural Systems with locations in Chesterfield, Missouri, and Columbia, Illinois. Stratum Structural Systems, and what you should do is, if you could, think about it. Nenzi just sent me his list of burners or people who are using fake names.
And it's the only people that are active.
And it is a lot of people who are very critical of the show or specific, I guess, Iggy people on the show.
Yes.
How about this? I didn't know it. Well, who knew? Doug.
Well, so you have a whole list now, a whole list to
I guess they'll be going away.
Yeah.
Oh, damn the bad luck. We'll miss you.
Yeah.
Or you can actually use your real name. Doug Dennis Eckersley, not impressed with the Pittsburgh Pirates. I am. I think it's a nice little division.
What's
Take a
wrong with
listen.
him?
This is on the Pirates-Red Sox broadcast. He's on Nesson.
All right, hit the lever pause.
You talk about a no-name lineup. There's no team like this. Love to see some of the service time. You add it all up. It's not much. You know, just came from Kansas City, seeing all those young kids. This is different, though. Doesn't it seem different? They have a lot of prospects they're playing over there.
And serious prospects.
Yes.
The guys who are going to be in the big leagues.
This is a hodgepodge of nothingness.
They have one of the lowest payrolls in baseball. Last year, they were actually 30th.
It's ridiculous. It really is. Pathetic.
Former Sox GM Ben Cherington is the Pirates general manager, and he has gone about rebuilding their farm system.
Yeah, tell me they have a great farm system. Tell me they do. That's what they're doing, I assume.
Trying.
It is something else, and I can't recall who I was watching. I think it was on the MLB Network, talking about until there's a balance. Maybe Smoltz on the Cardinals Yankees, I think, or maybe it was during the Field of Dreams game. I don't know. And he was saying until there's a balanced schedule, it is really unfair. I have to say, it benefits the Cardinals, and I'm happy that it, for the Cardinals, but they get to play these jackass operations 18 times, It's huge. It's amazing. All three of you are on the phone.
I was trying to find the Pirates lineup to see who
That's what I would
didn't know
do.
who I was talking to.
I was looking to see if the Pirates maybe beat the Red Sox.
I was looking at the Pirates lineup to see how many I could name.
I couldn't name anybody.
They swept the Dodgers earlier this year.
They're 6-0 against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
That Cruz guy, the only one I know, the only reason I do know, because they had a story with how tall he was. It wasn't like the talent.
6'7".
No, just how tall he was. There is no player on that roster that I know.
You wonder how it came to that, because...
Well, it's a $40 million payroll, that's how.
Yeah, but there was a time when the Pirates were as good as any team in baseball, an extended period of time. In
the early 90s. And then the Weir family.
Yeah. So how it collapsed that far, because Pittsburgh's a city similar to St. Louis in size and love their sports up there. So how does one team just fall apart so bad? They went like more than 20 years without making a playoff.
It's waiting until, instead of paying your top prospects, you trade them away for nothing because you have no leverage. You know the player aren't going to leave in the offseason. Garrett Cole, Talon. I mean, you have a ton of guys that are producing at a high level on their current teams that they got nothing for. They traded Garrett Cole and all these guys and got absolutely nothing for them.
Why can't they keep them?
Cost control. They don't spend money. It's a $46 million payroll. That, to me, is embarrassing. That's more embarrassing than going into the luxury tax threshold like the Dodgers are. Like that. That's not trying. You're not making an effort. You don't care about the fans. They got sick jerseys and even sicker. I love their stadium. It's an easy division. Yeah. I just don't understand why billionaires are just content with not caring about product on the field. When you buy a baseball team or own a baseball team, you should really care about
I'm
that
sure
sport.
I'm sure they want to win.
No, they don't.
It
Doug,
becomes
no, they
a
don't.
chicken and
They
egg
don't.
argument. Well, sure they do, because they make more money if they win.
They kind of remind me of like the Rays to an extent when they went to the World Series. Like they're a team that can like possibly win if they get a good collection of those young players before they hit arbitration or free agency. But the second they do, they lose out on them because they won't pay, like Starling Marte or the pitchers that they've had for so many years. Like,
well, Cole's.
Yeah, Cole being
You get
the biggest.
nothing for Garrett, but you got nothing for Garrett Cole.
But at the same time, Iggy, I know you love Chris Archer, but they were kind of lurking in the playoffs, and then they made this ridiculous deal for Chris Archer.
Meadows and
Traded
Cowan.
Meadows. And
Talianer, I think, for whatever. for
Tampa
him.
Bay doesn't have the money because they can't draw flies to their stadium. And I guess that's the same with Pittsburgh now. But it didn't used to be that way with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh used to be a really good baseball city.
Weren't they good and competitive in the good years of Andrew McCutchen and
2013
that
and 2015.
roster. Yeah, that
but they
roster was
couldn't get
stacked.
past. They couldn't get into the NLCS, and they lost to the Cardinals when they were up 2-1 in the series, and they were leading in Game 4. And the Cardinals came back, and then Wainwright beat Cole in Game 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so we're only talking like 6 years ago.
There's another pitcher I can't think of that they traded to. I mean, they traded 3 top-tier starters.
Well, they had
Marte,
Charlie Morton when Charlie
McCutchen.
Morton was still pretty good.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Russell Martin was gone. And you can say, yeah, well, they want to win. They want to trade. When you have a payroll like that, you know you're not going to win, and you really, in the back of your mind, know you're not really trying that hard.
No, not right. Not this year.
You can blame it on the fan, but you were just talking about they brought in fans in the early 90s. Well, the correlation to that is they were winning. Ain't nobody going to spend $50 or $60, even if the tickets are $5, beers and food, getting there, parking. It's still expensive to go. Nobody's doing that for no-name players. So to think that you're doing a Tampa Bay Rays style money ball like the Oakland A's, you're not, because you have absolutely nothing on your roster. And the prospect pool is very slim, too.
They had Joe Musgrove.
Yeah, that's the one person. That's the one I knew.
Do minor league teams struggle? I saw John Vooch posted the other day that he was down in West Palm visiting their team. He said there was 25 people in the stands watching the game.
That's not uncommon at the low minor league level.
He said there's 25 of us in the stadium, counting me.
Well, who wants to go watch it?
Yeah, I'm just curious if the Springfield Cardinals, how do they draw?
Oh, if you look at Jordan Walker highlights, they'll put that stadium's pretty packed. I mean, they get a lot of fans because they have a lot of notable players that obviously will be in the major leagues and down the road.
And you're talking about a town that looks at the Springfield Cardinals. That's their team.
Yeah.
Even
but
Memphis,
Palm Beach, there's so much going on. There's nobody in Palm Beach who cares about the
I
Cardinals.
just figured 25 people watching a game. I mean, it's
Double A and Triple A will be different than when you go Single A or independent leagues, because at least you could have the chance to see a future MLB.
Yeah, there's most high school games will have more than 25 people watching. Most high school games.
just the parents alone.
But the Orioles have less of a payroll, but they're actually competing a little bit this year, and they have a lot of.
They're in the mix.
Yeah, they have a lot of top prospects that are going to be really good, and so that's a team that they're a dumpster fire and have been, but you can see that light at the end of the tunnel. Pittsburgh is like they haven't quite hit rock bottom yet, so they still have years. Unless they want to have a managerial, or not even a manager, an ownership or GM change, that regime, you probably won't get too much of it.
Baltimore's another town that used to be a great baseball city.
Yeah, and they got.
But what happens to some of these teams, and Plowsy brings it up all the time when he's talking about trades, that, I mean, you don't know these guys are going to pan out. What if you have a team that we're building it around our rookies and our up-and-coming players that we think are going to be great, and then you do that, and these players don't become great? Now you're stuck with another 5 or 7 years of rebuilding, hoping these players get better.
It's 9:31 in St. Louis. You're listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. We have the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today coming up in 15 minutes. Right now, it's time for the Munganast Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown, Doug. BMW Week. You guys are going Millie Maker.
Millie
Maker. You guys are
Maker.
going Millie Maker.
Ooh, they're pink today. That's
okay.
Is that in honor of the FedEx?
Oh, wow.
Jackson?
I don't know.
That's the copy paper we had.
Okay.
I got kind of a dilemma, Doug. I went out of my comfort zone, and I'm actually playing 2 teams this week.
It looked light.
How do you do?
I like them both. I'll go with this team.
Well, you should like them because you get to pick them.
Well, yeah.
Why would you pick things you don't like?
I'm not big on the no-cut events, but.
Sorry. It doesn't live up to your exacting standards.
Yeah, well, with this week, Doug, what I went for is you have to have the winner. It's not like another week where there's a cut event. You can get a guy, 4 or 5 guys in the top 10, have all 6 of your guys make the cut. You're going to cash.
This is to make $1 million you're talking about.
Yeah, well, just to make money. This week, you have to have the winner.
Don't you think you have to have probably the top 6 to win the $1 million?
Well, yeah, but I'm just talking about to make some money. You need the winner.
What, the million?
To make any, if I cash for $10, $20.
I was like $1 million.
Who are the players?
So I had to go top heavy with 3 and then go with a bunch of 6 and 7s.
Sorry.
So we'll start with my lowest price player.
Okay.
Coming in at 6,100, Doug. I don't think I've ever played a guy at 6,100.
Okay.
But
who would it be?
He played so well last week, and a lot of times Tim will know this.
What a lemmy.
In the FedEx Cup, those guys who play well in the first one seem to continue that trend. So I'm gonna throw Lucas Glover in there at 6,100.
Doug, you like that play, Lucas Glover? Are you gonna match it, or are you gonna?
It don't make me no never mind.
I think he had a top 5 last week.
Yeah, he finished T3.
Plowsy needs your pen.
Okay.
Reach in
Who's your
and
pick?
feel it. Lucas Glover.
Thanks.
Glover. Reach in and feel it, Bill.
I got a fellow by the name of Alexander Noren.
Oh, wow.
Just keep picking guys.
Doug, you will have he's 1.43% projected ownership at the moment, so you're going to differentiate right out of the gate.
That's what I was looking for.
We'll stay in the 6,000s, Doug.
Will you?
And a guy that if I can get him under 7,000, I'm playing him.
Okay.
Christian Bezuidenhout.
Oh, Bezuidenhout. I can't spell that. Bezuidenhout.
Bezuidenhout.
Okay.
Nurse? Is that a nurse?
That's correct.
No?
Yeah, Bill's right.
Okay. Cameron Young.
Cameron Young can hit the ball far. Cameron Young, just like his fellow Demon Deacon, feels like he's on the verge of greatness. Will Zalatoris got his win last week. Is he on the verge of winning?
I don't think could be. Why are we running out of breath when we talk about it?
He is on my other team. There's
Doug, are we going to list both of Iggy's teams, or are we just going to
don't need to.
When I'm done, I'll give you the other team.
We don't want it. We're not interested. We're just flat not interested in it.
Cam Young has no weakness in any part of his game.
Okay. Well, who did you pick?
Well, I got Cam Young on my other one.
I don't care about your other one. We want this one. We're not doing the other one.
All right, then I have 1 in the 8s, then I'm going to the 9s.
Just tell us who.
A guy who's going to break 3 eventually.
Oh!
Tagala?
Who did you pick?
Spit on my water there.
Aaron Weiss.
Oh.
Aaron Wise, Doug. He pronounces it Wise.
I pronounce it Wise.
How do you spell it?
W-I-S-E.
Oh, Wise.
Yeah, Weiss.
This is such an ordeal. I also got Christian Bezuidenhout.
Oh, nice.
Pick again, bro. Pick
You got a
again.
redraw, right?
No, he can keep him if he wants.
I don't know. I better pick again if he's got him.
Yeah, it's all about differentiation here.
Yeah. Well, for the millie, I agree.
Oh, man. The first name got cut off. Something. He hit the gala.
Oh, Size the Gala. That's a great play.
That's a great pick.
Doug, he's been playing some good golf as of
letter got
late.
chopped off.
You want to talk about a guy who might be breaking
like
through top 13, T13 at the St. Jude last week.
Nice pick, Doug.
Okay.
Way to bounce back.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
duplicate.
It
Nice.
felt
All right,
good.
Doug, and now we go with the 3 top heavy picks. And it seems like lately my expensive players are the ones that are screwing me.
Just tell us who you got.
Last week, Billy Ho was about 9.8. He didn't make the cut. We'll start with 9,500. He will be there, Doug.
Who?
I think he may win.
Give us the name.
Matthew Fitzpatrick.
Okay.
Matty Fitz.
Matty Fitz. Okay. Okie doke. Scotty Scheffler.
Oh, what a
9,800.
response.
Not bad.
What a response from Doug Vaughn.
Will he bounce back this week after a missed cut?
Yeah, he played terrible at the St. Jude.
He missed the cut, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, he
He's missed 2 of his last 3 cuts, Bill.
Oh, well, he's not playing well. But
What's
I got
Doug? Doug is.
He's got plenty of
Oh,
money.
he's got
Wiggle
plenty
room?
of-
Okay.
Yeah, with Noren in there.
Yeah.
The Gala can't be more than like
7,300.
I forgot Noren.
The Gala's only 7,300?
Dude,
Cheap
that's
chalk.
a steal, man.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why Glover
Well,
top
just
3 last week. He's
7,300.
6,100. When you only got 70, you got to put somebody in the 6,000s.
Okay.
You got to find the diamond
Just
in
tell
the
us
rough.
who you
Doug.
have.
I'll go with the defending champion of the FedEx Cup.
Oh, wow.
Played well weekend. Came
a
back
name?
after a rough start and
Anyone
going.
could follow?
What, you don't know?
Patty can't
you know
win.
who won the
Can't
FedEx
win.
last week?
Well, it went to 6-hole playoff with Bryson DeChambeau last year, and Cantlay outlasted him, and then he went on to win the FedEx Cup. Well, here he comes. Different golf course, though, this year. Doug, you're right.
Who the hell is it?
Patrick Cantlay. Tim said
Okay.
it.
I hope that's.
I think
who it
Justin Thomas, the only ones that's played here, and that was an AM, I believe.
Okay.
I think it was in the Delaware Fan Page Club Championship.
I think so.
All right.
He was very active.
Will
there, but he-
Zalatoris.
but he didn't use his name. Will Zalatoris. You know, some people are hesitant to play a player the week after he wins. Tony Finau would say, where do I be now? I won back-to-back just a couple of weeks ago, and maybe Willie Z can duplicate that accomplishment this week in Delaware. He plays very well in Delaware.
We have one more.
7,100 is
If
good.
you
Doug's
play
got one.
well in the very first FedEx Cup event, you play well the other two. That's the way it works.
So 7,100 is what he has.
C.
Oh, I
that might
may
be
have to
tough.
draw a few to get down there.
That might be tough.
Sorry, my phone went off. I have to type in my code.
Just give us the last name and we'll be done.
And another guy that I really think could win this week.
Who would that be?
He had a nice weekend last week.
Initials at least?
I'll just give you one little tidbit.
Just give us the guy's name.
I'm going to give our listeners a tidbit. Since the FedEx Cup started, this gentleman has moved up at least a spot every tournament. So if he's in if he's in 70th, he moves up. If he's 30th, he moves up.
Does
So
he have
every
a name?
tournament
No,
he
he
moves
does
up.
He is anonymous.
You'll have to guess.
He's active
Tell
on
us who
Twitter and Reddit.
who'd you pick?
Xander Schauffele.
Doug Xander plays very well at Eastlake. If he can be lurking at Eastlake, oh.
Doug, let's get a 7,100.
Okay. I may have
Oh.
to draw a few to get to
Like
7,100.
that top heavy team, Tim.
There's
it's
Colin
300.
Morikawa. He's 90.
That will not be afforded. You can get some value at 7,100.
You can take Bezudenhout.
Jordan Spieth.
That will not be
8,800.
7,100.
John Rahm. Gosh, I'm getting all the good names. 10,300. Billy Horschel doesn't work.
Billy Ho, too
Chris
expensive.
Kirk is
Chris Kirk at 6,700.
Yep.
There's a guy who finds fairways.
Good job, Doug.
Okay.
He's
what you
coming
need,
off
Doug.
an MC. Maybe that's going to lower his ownership. A lot of players who are casual, prisoner of the moment. That's where you can find some value, Doug. Was that the thought process? when
No,
you-
the thought process was just finding one under 7,100. Just keep picking them until you do. And
You need
of
to
course, I
pick-
pick
you-
some of the top names in golf when I can't use them, when I don't need them.
You need to hit fairways here, Doug. This is a long course.
As opposed to all the other tournaments where you're better off in the woods.
No, there's some tournaments you can just bomb it and you'll have a bomb
Sure.
wedge out of the rough. Here, no, you got to find. And the rough is like 4 inches deep here.
Let me
so-
guess, you got to make putts too, right? You got to get up and down.
No, putting's optional in this tournament.
That's
you gotta,
correct.
You got to avoid.
You can just take automatic two
yeah,
putts.
it's auto
You're
two.
playing Golden Tee.
Auto 2 putt.
Well,
from
putting
within 15, 20 feet.
isn't as putting won't be as big here because the greens are huge.
All right.
Don't say huge. Like that doesn't mean you know more about golf
How you
because you
said
said
that?
huge.
The greens are huge here, so you're not going to miss a lot of greens, so you don't have to worry about scrambling. That's why I think Victor Hovland's going to play well this week again.
Is he on your other team?
Why didn't you pick him?
He's on my other team.
We don't care about your other team.
Here's my other team quickly.
Don't want to hear it.
I'm not going to
Don't
break any of
care.
them down. I'm just going to read the
No
names.
one cares your other team. Stop it.
Cam Davis.
No, stop. Quit it.
Vic Hovland.
Don't do this.
Sung Jae
We
Im.
don't care.
Nico Piera.
No one gives a rat's
Adam
shoot.
Scott. Cam
Stop
Young.
it.
There's my other team.
So you have both Cams? Yeah. Oh, no, Cam Smith isn't playing, sorry.
Cam Davis I played.
Cam Davis, okay.
And Cam Young.
Cam Young is... I love him.
Cam Smith.
Okay, so
dropped
now
out
you're going to
this-
want credit for this team. If it does well, you'll say, well, see, I picked a better team.
Well, sure, I'll say that, of course.
If I would have just mixed both teams together, Doug.
Oh.
Millie.
I tried one roster where I put Rahm, Justin Thomas, and Cantlay on the same roster. Then I could barely squeak in 3-6-1s, so I couldn't do it.
One of them, Kirk?
You need the winner, though. You need the winner, so you have to go top heavy. You can't just play, a bunch of 8,000s and say, oh, they're going to make the cut. They're all making the cut. So
We got a report from on the ground in Delaware. Holy
do
crap.
it?
Good morning, boys. I'm here in Delaware on the prowl for some strange as I get ready for the BMW.
Champions Tour guy again.
It got a little weird. I ran into Fred Funk
There you go.
at the Carrabba's Italian Grill, and we were both super horny.
Carrabba's are good.
Before I knew it, we were back in his room with a La Quinta, and he had fully torqued crank, making a map of Hawaii over my chest.
Oh,
Fred
gosh.
Funk, more like Fred Splunk. That's a Madison Edgecock, professional bottom. You can go pro as a bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, probably.
Make a living off of that.
If he didn't put the L on the last name, could we have said that?
Doug, you are talking with our FCC counsel right now. What are they?
Just don't.
I say no.
It'd make more sense.
No, you can't say it.
Kind of lands on me, and I don't trust myself.
Fred Funk looks like he wears socks on the beach.
So is this guy in Delaware?
Yes, he is. He is sleeping with a variety of Champions Tour
Yeah, what he
players.
does
Well,
is he
I
goes
think
to
that
the...
might have been made up.
It would make sense to wear socks on the beach. You don't get the sand not going to stick on your toes.
I wear underwear under
And
my
it's not
bathing
hot.
suit.
Sometimes it's so hot on the sand you can't hardly walk on
Have you
it.
seen LPGA players? Because they can wear shorts on the course. When you see them, like, you'll see them out with sandals on. White feet. Everything else is tan, white feet. Like Ivory soap.
Now you're saying soap.
Because they
And
wear
huge, Chris.
socks.
Stop this enunciation.
They wear socks when they play golf, and then they get done playing golf after they got tan on their legs because they can wear shorts, white feet.
How often
You ever seen a guy with white feet?
How often am I going to see the LPGA players with white feet?
I don't wear like flip-flops.
Well, I was out there for 6 years. I got to see him. All had white feet.
When most PGA golfers have very white feet because they wear socks and shoes.
Yeah, but their legs are probably white too because they wear pants. They can't wear shorts.
In the practice rounds, they can.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you're playing a bunch of rounds in shorts and every round in shorts, you're going to have tan legs and white feet. Like, you ever seen Stuart Sink's head?
Doug, have you ever seen Stuart Sink's
What kind
head?
of a question is that?
We always have the heavy-hitting topics right at the tail end.
I've seen him play, I guess.
It's
so
a good lead into Pepper and Genie, though.
But I mean,
I didn't know
when he
we
goes
were
out to
gonna
dinner with his wife or his kids, he doesn't have his hat on. And his head, his dome is just white.
Yeah, I can't confirm that.
And everything else is dark tan from playing a white head. And he's
Well,
bald, too. It's just white.
We have to protect the head from
I know,
skin cancer.
but he looks like an alien.
Bernard Langer had the weirdest hair for an old dude.
He looks wiry.
Yeah.
Looks like a wire-haired terrier.
He looks like a dude that just hung out in the 70s and flat laid pipe.
In Germany, no less.
Oh, really? Maybe
he's Deutschland.
Maybe a little more conservative.
He's Deutschland. Hey, we have the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. It's coming up in a matter of moments. Balloon party. Leave your mic drops, as Stephen Wildwood is one to do. Using the 101 ESPN app, you can text in 65780 when Jackson and I are over there. If you are looking for a career change, may I recommend Centric. Centric can make the change possible for you quick, fast, and in a hurry. Cybersecurity is the most exciting career in technology and one of the most in demand. Centric can train you for a career in cybersecurity, and they do it in just 4 months. Centric's hands-on program teaches you the actual job skills you need to get started. No history, no biology, just technology. And that's how they do it in just 4 months, even if you have no IT experience, and you can do it online or you can do it in person. You can do it in the evenings or you can do it during the day, whichever works best for you. If you're interested in a career in cybersecurity, call Patrick Nealon at Centric Training today. He'll walk you through Centric's cutting-edge program and show you everything Centric does to help get you started in your new IT career. Call 314-450-4714 or go to centric.com/STL. That's CENTRIQ.com/STL. Cybersecurity is a problem for every business in St. Louis, and you can be part of the solution. It is Centric. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sprayed that one all over her chest.
Oh, like the map of Hawaii.
Hawaii, yeah, very unique.
Tim, can you publicize Nenzi's list of burner accounts?
I'm all for that, yeah.
Nenzi said this was the last list I was working off of, my keep an eye on list, or I guess the burners.
I love that. We're like the
and
FBI.
There's like 20 of them.
Oh, we'll block them.
I'd like to be on an AM radio show fan page watch list.
Now, here's a guy.
Clip that
A
off.
bunch of people doing it in their spare time.
Here's a guy that will never change his name. He doesn't care if everybody knows him. Dave Klein from Hedonism.
David Klein of
David
Hedonism.
Klein,
Doug, you know him.
slathered in gravy.
This was on the fan page. He said, just got the thrill of a lifetime. The Mitch Cumstein calling KMOX and singing Zombie to me. Thank you, sir.
That was the biggest thrill of his lifetime.
That's what he said.
David Klein of Hedonism? I thought he left radio. He's back at KMOX?
Unless that's from his past, that was a thrill of a lifetime, but that's. Oh, no more. Never mind. This is a May 18th, 2021.
Okay, we'll just brush
Why is that post in the fan page?
I don't know.
Probably because somebody commented on it recently and back in your algorithm.
You got bamboozled again.
No, because... some guy named Brett. Just finished listening to the Closer episode. Is the best in the recent
Doug,
bunch.
we're reading the fan page.
That was 22 minutes ago.
That's what the show is now, is you browsing the fan page?
No, 22 minutes ago, He responded to something that was posted in May 18th, 2021.
Okay. Someone got a blast from the past and they reposted it.
People don't look at dates, I guess. They thought it was.
No, but it shouldn't be a topic on this show.
The Ilsider, very active. And Iggy, you played him.
Yeah, I took him on 18.
Better question, why is Ken on his phone right now? That's from the Ilsider.
Oh, my
Why do you care if I'm on my
just texted
phone?
me,
Ken was
so-
doing a live spot, and I was looking at my emails.
My landlord just texted me, so...
Because you never know when I'm getting from the station emails, so I look periodically to see if I got emails.
My
Is that
landlord
okay with
said
you,
my
Comstein?
pepper plants are
It
looking
was
great.
Ilsider.
You want a rematch? Let's get a rematch.
Tim, quick thought on Pat Reed suing Brandel Chambly. Yeah, we haven't gotten to that. I'll get to it.
So funny,
I
so
will,
awesome.
I'll talk about it on 101 here in about 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes.
Suck it, Brandel. Suck
You're a sideways with him, aren't you?
Hate
Do you
him.
guys go back and forth on the Twitter tweets?
Nah, him and Alan Shipnuck just like
Alan
completely...
Shipnuck.
Or whatever. You know, they're in bed with the PGA Tour and just following their, blind orders. I fire shots at them all the time that they do not respond. Again, I'm a dude eating pasta on my profile, so I probably am not the guy they're going to be responding to.
Your pasta smelled really good yesterday, Posey.
Oh, it was
Pasta
great.
boy.
Spaghetti with mushrooms.
Yeah, it depends on how many followers you have.
What does?
And their mood.
Whether you're responded to or not by certain people. Like when I put out the thing to Bubba to say, do the right thing, resign by Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
I'm
well,
surprised Nagel hasn't thanked you yet.
Well, let me just put this out real quick. Bubba responded to the guy who's got 100,000 followers.
Monday Q info.
Who also put that out. But I was the only one that said, do it by Wednesday, because I thought, okay, once the tournament starts, then you do it. It's not going to count. You're not going to be taken off of there. So I said, do it by Wednesday. When did he resign? Wednesday.
All because of you.
But he said he resigned on Sunday.
No, he said he was going to be taken off they told him he was going to be taken off the FedEx Cup list on Sunday, but he resigned. He sent in his resignation on Wednesday.
Because of you.
Well, the other guy didn't say Wednesday.
Damn.
I'm guessing he got reports of both of us saying these things, and people told him. So he responded to this guy because he may even know the guy.
You think you're the only ones that brought this up to him?
That's the only ones on Twitter I saw me and
Well,
this guy
maybe he got a
posted.
phone call or a text or
People probably told him. There's a couple of guys that are asking him to resign. Well, and one guy said, do it by Wednesday. I better do it by Wednesday.
I don't think that's
But
how it happened.
But he responded to the other
I
guy.
think so. I think Bubba
Because
Watson gets his orders from you.
Because he's got 100,000 followers. He probably looked at mine and said, he's only got a couple thousand. He's got 100,000. I'll respond to this one. If I had 200,000 followers, he would have responded to me.
This guy can't be serious. Jesus, that's from the Ilsider.
Well, I am serious.
We just need Charles Schwartzel to sue Tron Carter, and we'd have a great little week.
Trump candidate?
Iggy, I can see, learn.
I can't.
Not yet.
Probably better that you can't.
Well, I can see the cutout.
He's out there in the hallway talking.
So there's a reason that he resigned on Wednesday. I'm just saying.
You're just saying it's because of you.
Pat Keeley, salesperson extraordinaire.
Hi, Pat.
I'm a big Pat Keeley guy.
Yeah, he's great.
Hi, Pat. Hi, Lauren.
What up, Lauren?
He's a
yelling.
It's a girl. Gosh.
Well, you're the one who keeps opening the door.
I was going to say hello, and then I realized she was in the middle of a conversation.
Let's interrupt it.
Bring the conversation
I can't
on air.
see who she's conversing
I had to
with.
say, come on in.
Hey, John, give me a second. We got to get Lauren in here.
And maybe she'll come on Pepper and Genie.
Yeah, how about that?
I don't see why she wouldn't.
She got a phone call.
She's got a phone call like Jay did.
She got to get to that call.
Jay said he had a phone call.
Maybe. He said maybe he had a phone call.
I may have a phone call. I better go wait just in case.
I actually don't know who is in the hallway outside of Lauren. There's been a lot, Doug. There's been a lot. It's been a hotbed of activity.
Well, it
Been about
is.
40,000 people have walked past my little booth here.
Well, we're right at the
there it
beginning
goes
of the
again.
hallway.
No.
Anyone going to any of the
Yeah,
other
but usually
stations
it's not.
past
Oh, and here he goes.
We're just not used to it.
We'll see yous.
Back in the day, if someone were to pass our studio, it would have been an issue.
That's Courtney. Talking to Courtney. Courtney would be a delightful guest on this program as well. She's still on the air, though, probably.
No, she's in the hallway.
Maybe it's a break.
No, they're probably close to the end. That's
Breaks to
51.
where you can stand.
That's 51.
This is the end. My only friend. It's niche as hell and hard to find, but when you do find a good video, like Stand By Me because of Corey Feldman's character, oh man, Katie barred the door, Glenn with 1G, fat wife porn aficionado, and private pilot.
Glenn with 1G?
What did he watch? One-ear porn?
That's my Uncle Wallace. He was not in porn. He was not.
I bet you could find it, though.
To me, the tough part of winning email today is the voters themselves. I mean, Tim always does the right thing because he's perfect, but Doug has a cute rule that he won't vote for you if he suspends you. And there lies my quandary. You see, the only way I can obtain an erection is when Doug suspends me. It probably sounds silly, so I'll explain it in medical terms. It all starts with a catalyst. For me, the catalyst is being suspended. During sexual arousal, nerve messages begin to stimulate the penis. Impulses from the brain and local nerves cause the muscles of the coropa cavernosa to relax, allowing blood to flow and fill the open spaces. The blood creates pressure in the corpora cavernosa, making the penis expand, causing the erection. That's from Anita Hardwand.
Nice.
Kevin.
Anita Hardwand. She's new.
And that's all that Jackson allowed to get into the
That's
filter.
it, and that one made
today.
it?
We had 3 emails.
Nice.
You want to read the third one? It's in the regular folder, and it
Doug, it's
stinks.
in the normal file.
Well, sure, let's read it. Let's give it a go.
No, I don't want to risk it.
Perhaps
As compared to the other two, or
It's
Jen?
one
Doug, if you
sentence.
want it, I don't think you want it. I'm
It's
just telling
one
you,
sentence.
I'm reading it. I don't think you want it.
What? Well, go ahead.
All right. Craziest place I ever had sex. That's an easy one. Doug Vaughn's butt. That's from the 30 Bird.
Who was it?
You did it to yourself.
Why did you read that?
Who was it?
We're going to get
Who
that.
would send
Jen.
that?
The Dirty Bird?
Who? Early Bird?
Dirty Bird.
Dirty Bird got
The early
suspended.
bird.
And now he's going to win.
And the
2
early,
days' time.
the early bird gets the worm.
No, he doesn't. He's no longer eligible for any sort of prizes. He got suspended, and his name went on the STL.
Oh, the good news is there are no prizes.
.com.
Yeah.
I'll go for Glenn with the G.
Well, your problem was you wanted it red and it won. Early bird.
Congratulations
Dirty
to
bird.
Dirty Bird. You have won the design.
Damn it, Lucas!
Email today.
If you didn't read that, nobody won.
What in the world? And there were some that didn't get through, and that did?
We just read all 3 emails that came in today.
God, did we not talk about anything today?
And he won with that.
Oh, God.
Well, he won by process of elimination.
Strong batch.
Well, the others were
Dirty
better.
Bird. You have won the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Time for us to shut it down. Jackson and I are going to go and have an introspective hour on Balloon Party.
Come and get your whooping.
ESPN. You can text in 65780. You can leave a mic drop using the 101 ESPN app. Pepper and Jeannie coming up here in a matter of moments. What's going on today, boys?
Today we're going to talk about how do you determine who's a top and who's a bottom.
How long do you stay as a top and bottom? What are the pleasures for
Do you ever
both?
switch
All the
on?
topics in the world, and that's what you choose.
And what we would be if we were in a lover situation.
Hard hitting.
I think we know what you two would be.
Hard pounding.
I got a rumbly, though.
Please use the solo bathroom.
Yeah, considering all the traffic, Plowhawk, this might be a...
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect day for it. I can't run.
There'll be 9 people waiting for you to come out of
Said I have
there.
a rumbly.
Well, I don't want to run past people and, oh, hey, this is Plowboy. Want to meet him? Oh, I got to take a dump, so it's gonna be like 10 minutes. But nonetheless, great show.
Do you want to meet this guy
yourself
named
regular.
Plowboy?
Yeah, I don't know why I thought the story would start as somebody wanting to introduce them to me for no reason at all, so that may not work.
Plowhawk's going to go tend to that, and then talk it over on Pepper and Jeannie. Jackson and I are heading down the hall, the 101 ESPN for Balloon Party. Flip on over and enjoy that. You got TMA all day here on 105.7 HD2, the app, TMA STL app. And, of course, you can watch the show anytime you want and clips from the show at youtube.com/TMASTL. Subscribe to the channel. Time for us to shut it down for the Plowhawk, for Action Jackson, for Kenneth Iggy Strode, for my brother Kevin, for Douglas Elvin Vaughn. I'm Tim McKernan. This has been the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 HD2 FM, the Potted Plant, closing out the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
KPNT FM